Press pause, put the controller down. It's time to talk about the gaming industry. My name is TJ Leo. And this is episode 78 of Press Pause, a gaming podcast. I have nothing new for you, my friend. But how are you?
I'm pretty good. I've been playing video games pretty solidly. I've been having a
Woo!
good time.
Always a good thing. Always a good thing. Yeah.
Not so great with the rest of my family. My mom's got COVID again. And potentially other people in the family. Not me.
Not fun.
Because I haven't been in close proximity with them since before they got sick. But
Did you ever have COVID at any point?
I did. It was actually it was also in January. It was January in 2023. I had it.
Oh, okay.
My whole family got it then.
I have no confirmed cases of it, but I would not be surprised if I had it in 2019. Because I got real sick for like 2 or 3 weeks. And then I had that, one of the most common symptoms of long COVID is like the dry cough that you just can't get rid of. And I had that for like 2 months. So I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what that was. But after I was vaccinated, I didn't get much. I did work from home after the pandemic, like locked everything down and didn't get out a whole lot. So that probably helped a lot.
Yeah, we got our latest COVID shots. Well, we got our flu shots. That was back in like November, I think. So
yeah. Well,
it's
common misconception, right, is that people think that it prevents you from getting COVID.
Yeah, it doesn't really prevent you from getting sick. I mean, the whole way that vaccines work is they teach your immune system to fight it off faster. So you'll get sick, but
just not as badly.
Hopefully it'll fight it off before you even notice.
Yeah.
You'll be not sick within a day before symptoms even start.
Yep.
But for some stuff, it just takes longer, so you don't get as sick. But it's not like a shield. It's not some energy shield that surrounds you.
No, that's what people think, and it's like no.
Yeah, and I that's why. Well, the problem with that is, when you get this stuff explained to you as a child, it's like, oh, well, you get the needle and you won't get sick, and
right.
that information never gets updated because It's not like they teach that in health class. They teach how babies are made, which, is great. But got to make sure that, once kids are getting older and their brains are developed enough to understand more complex,
you would think, right?
If A equals B, then C, then you got to go into greater detail of how immunization works. Because, I mean, that's how so many people are skeptics now. It's because I was told that if you get vaccinated, you don't get sick. But I got vaccinated, I'm sick, so they must not work.
Yeah.
A lot of people just don't know better, and they
just
lack of lied to.
Lack of education, lack of information, and lots of misinformation. It's just
I'm lucky that my mother's a doctor, so this stuff I just learned, as part of growing up in a household with a doctor.
Indeed. Press pause. Let's take a look at your health. No, it's not that kind of podcast, guys. It's a gaming podcast. Let's get to the housekeeping and corrections. No corrections that I'm aware of.
Not that I have any.
Okay.
Not that I can think of any.
Standard housekeeping this week, then. As always, we're on YouTube Music. If you want the podcast edition of the show, whether it's audio or video, that's where you go. Don't forget to join the Co-op Club Discord community server. That's very active lately. Talking about gaming, wrestling, world events. A lot of world events to talk about. And more. And, of course, patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us a United States dollar per month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate you. Every little bit helps.
Who's on the U.S. dollar? Is it Washington?
Oh, guess it's as good as
Pretty
mine,
sure
man.
Washington's on the $1 bill.
Washington. Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure.
No, I don't know. All I know is our money is like Monopoly money.
Yeah. Looks cool though. We got that high-tech polymer stuff with the translucent part, and it smells like maple syrup if you've got enough of the bills together.
Is it?
Yeah. If you've got a bunch, you can just get a little hint of
a little whiff. A little whiff.
Yeah.
Along with the cocaine that it's passed through.
Yeah.
And the marijuana. Yeah. All right. Well, this drug podcast brought to you by. All right, let's get to what we're playing. I'm going to go first this time, which is not normal, I know, but you have a lot more to talk about than I do this week.
I do have a bunch to talk about.
So I'm just going to get mine out of the way.
Sure,
so let me switch over to our set. So I'm just going to give final thoughts on a game that I keep talking about, which is Arc Raiders. The game was updated on Tuesday this week, last week if you're listening to this when the show came out. And it added some more quests and, you know, a few things here and there. Nothing significant. That doesn't come until next month. So I've basically done everything at this point. I've maxed out my level. You can't get any higher. I've completed all the quests except for the new one that came out. I'm working on that slowly. I did make the switch to PvP. Okay. I started shooting people instead of being like, "Hey, neighbor," and I gotta say a couple of things about it. Okay. It is so. First of all, I don't like it.
No, you're not a PvP person.
I mean, I do play Red Sec, but that game's like only PvP. Mm-hmm. This game strikes me in such a different way. The first time I did the PvP, I felt terrible. I just felt like a horrible person when I killed this other guy, because I know the pain, because you lose all the shit that's in your inventory. You're equipped. Everything's gone except for what's in your safe pocket, if you have a safe pocket in your inventory there. So I just felt really bad the first time, and then the second time I was walking up a hill, and I could see this guy starting to follow me, and I kind of was like, kept looking over my shoulder like, you fucking with me? And all of a sudden he throws a grenade, and I'm like, you're fucking with me. Turned around and shot him. We did a little bit of a back and forth. I think he ran out of ammo, so I was like chasing him around this rock for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm like, you don't fucking shoot first. This is why you don't fucking shoot first. And I downed him, and then I got killed by some other guy who was watching the whole time.
Yeah, of course. The observer who picks off,
cherry picking
or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will say, if you are into PvP, it is the most visceral, gut-wrenching experience that you'll ever have with PvP because of the risk. You know, when you play a game like Call of Duty or Battlefield, the risk is you respawn, whatever the case is, right? It's like, whatever, mm-hmm. But in this, there is a thing to lose, and
that's whatever you've collected
or brought with you, because you bring stuff with you too, right? So if you could mm-hmm. you could bring in your best kit, right? All your best guns, all your best gear, and get downed, and there goes your shit, and it just feels really always risky. And if that's the kind of experience you're looking for, I would say play Arc Raiders for that immediately. But I found for me that it was a little too intense, a little too aggressive. I felt guilty all the time when I was taking people out. Even if they were the first ones to shoot, or they were mouthing off, and karma's a bitch, and I took them out, I still felt bad, because that's what the game's designed to do. It's designed that way, So I decided to go back to friendly lobbies, which is very easy to do. You just put on the free loadouts that you can put on in the game, they just give you like a bunch of random shit and low end gear, and they're like, here you go, go have fun. Because if you run out of your own gear, you have to have a way of playing still. So they have free loadouts. So I just put on a free loadout, and I would just run to the exit 10 times. I would just spawn, run to the exit, spawn, run to the exit, spawn, run to the exit. And eventually it recognizes that you're not killing anybody, so it puts you in friendly lobbies.
Okay.
And then I was back to being like, hey man, how's it going? Having these really cool experiences, and decided that I needed to take out the queen, needed to take out the matriarch. And it was kind of a last second decision, because I was on a map where one just happened to be crawling around, and there was only like 15 minutes left, and I could hear people fighting it, and I was like, you know what? I'm feeling bold. Let's go fuck it up. And this huge battle ensued. Everyone was helping each other out. The camaraderie, it felt like World War II, or like War of the Worlds, like one of those scenes from the War of the Worlds movie. Just arcs everywhere, explosions everywhere, people everywhere, people dying, people resin, just super super intense, and we won with only 5 minutes left on the countdown timer. So everyone was like, "Loot! Let's get the heck out of here!" And I'm like, "I got a key for." So you can get a key so that you don't have to wait for the elevator. You can go like to like at these secret hatches that are like strewn across the map. And if you have a key for them, you can open them and exit instantly instead of having to find a public elevator. So I was like, "Come on, guys! I got a key for the hatch. Let's just come this way. It'll take less time." And we all got out together, and everyone's like, "Thanks." And everyone's congratulating each other. I find that experience so much more rewarding than the PvP experience. But it's so cool that the game is designed in such a way that you can have both experiences. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about this last week, but my buddy and I played duos, and it was all friendlies.
Oh.
Which the first time we had played in duos, I was not aware of like the aggressive matchmaking system. So I hadn't played enough yet. We basically started the game together at level 0, and because of that, I think we were in mixed lobbies. So I think the default you start out with is at mixed lobbies. So you'll have some friendly people and you'll have some aggressive people, and so I think that's what happened with us. But after I played solos for 100 hours, I was dead set in friendly lobbies. So I think because I was the host for the duos, that's what we went into was, friendly duos lobbies, which I didn't even know existed.
Okay. Right.
But we didn't encounter a single PvPer in like 12 sessions, and it was really cool. Trios, I highly doubt are friendly lobbies. I can't imagine there's any friendly lobbies in trios.
Yeah,
seems like that's where you go to specifically for PvP. But I had a great time with it. Now, I haven't really criticized the game a whole lot, but I do finally have a huge criticism, and it's one that I'm starting to see pop up and people realizing that it's a kind of an issue that they need to figure out. And that's that it seems like the best gear in the game is not the rarest. So if you've ever played like Diablo or Borderlands, there's tiers of gear, right? There's common gear, uncommon gear, rare gear, epic, and legendary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like to me, my two favorite weapons are level 2, so rare gear, and then or uncommon gear, and then rare gear, which is blue. I've tried all the not all of the purple weapons, but I've tested most of them, and I've even tested a legendary weapon, and I'm like, I don't see a significant improvement here. If anything, I kind of like my other weapons better. And I looked online for people's opinions on that, and they're like, yeah, for the cost benefit and the amount of time it takes to get those weapons, you would think that they would be significantly better. But I also understand that because it's a PvP game,
they want to keep it balanced.
Yeah, you don't want people with legendary gear walking around just vaporizing everybody. So
yeah,
I don't know what the solution to that problem is, but they need to figure something out because there doesn't seem to be any reason to get the rare gear.
Maybe there isn't a reason to get it, and don't worry about it. Don't even bother making gear that's spec that high. Just have common, uncommon, and rare.
And that's what I've done. And that's what I've done. But it kind of circumvents the point of getting them in the first place. It's like if you want to get them, there should be a reward for getting them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, that being said, that problem doesn't extend to some of the items in the game. So some of the more rare items in the game that you can craft are much more, I don't know what the word is, much more interesting. So you have these backpacks that determine how much loot space you have and how many quick items you can equip and all this kind of stuff, how many safe pockets. And then also what shields you can equip and all this kind of stuff. It's basically like they call it an augment. I don't really know what the hell that is. To me, it looks like a backpack, but it's more like an exoskeleton, I guess is the best way of putting it, right? So different, varying options, right? And the more epic ones have unique skills, I guess you could say, passive skills. that make a lot more sense that they're rare. So like there's one, so in your safe pocket normally you can't put guns in there. It can only be like crafting items you can put in there. But there's a augment that you can get that will allow you to put a gun in the safe pocket. So if you find like a legendary or a purple, you can put it in there. Not that that matters as we just specified, but that's a cool, that's a cool passive. It's a cool skill. Or if your shields break, it pops a smoke grenade automatically. So you don't even need to like pop a smoke, and you're automatically sort of masked. You're like when you're weak. That's pretty cool. So the weapons need to have something like that to make them more valuable. Otherwise, the pull to get them is just doesn't
Yeah, it just doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. So it kind of defeats the purpose of being like, oh, I got a legendary. It's more like, oh, I got that weapon. I'll just sell it. It's like that's not what your reaction should be to high level weapons. So they need to fix that. I don't know what the solution is, but you can see the possibilities with the augments and how they work. So there is that. Yeah, I still love the game. I'm looking forward to the new content. Still highly recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I gave it an 8 already. So I'm gonna stick.
Believe so.
I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna stick with the 8. It's not changing.
Okay.
All right, let's get to yours, which is already playing here.
Yeah, so I've been playing Metroid Prime 4 and Donkey Kong Bananza. I'm going to start with Prime 4 because, I don't have as much to say about it. Not because there isn't stuff to say, but because it's Metroid Prime. You know how Metroid Prime works. There have been 3 others already. So I don't need to explain how the game works. I think everybody understands how Metroid Prime works. It's good. It's very good. The motorcycle thing, now that I've been out to the desert and have been out and around with it, it's not bad. It's not really what I would think of putting in a Metroid game, but I have a theory about that. And this is just my theory, but I think that Nintendo, for several years now, has been looking to do something different with Metroid, because Nintendo seems to have, to a certain degree, a fear of doing the same thing over and over again. Mario games notwithstanding. Although they have made a ton of different Mario games. So, every time for every new Super Mario Brothers that they put out, there's some other thing that Mario's in. And I think they've been maybe struggling to figure out what to do with Metroid. Like this has been their stated reason for why they haven't made a new F-Zero. It's like we wouldn't know what to do with it to differentiate it from the others. It's like, well, it's been long enough that
it doesn't need to be,
Yeah, it's a racing game. It's a racing game. But with Metroid, I can understand them wanting to do something different. I think that what they did different with Other M was a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think you could do a good story focused Metroid game, but it needs to have a better story than that, and not be like a character assassination of Samus Aran. I think Federation Force was another attempt by them to do something different, and that also did not end up good.
Not to cut you off, but I think I read that I think it was the creative director on Metroid Prime 4 stated that the motorcycle part of the game was actually a leftover of the game before it was rebooted. Remember when the game was like soft rebooted?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was just too much of a like central part of the experience that they decided to just keep it and not rework the entire thing to make it come out quicker.
Yeah. So I think, like, to get back to my point, I think they've been struggling to figure out, what to do different with Metroid. I think that would also explain why the last 2 Metroid games, one of them was a remake of an existing one, and one of them was a pretty classic style. Well, they were both classic style side scrolls, but one was a brand new one, or at
Mm-hmm.
least a revival of one that had been shelved for many years. Both of which were good,
Mm-hmm.
especially Dread. Dread's great.
Dread's amazing.
And I kind of feel like the motorcycle is maybe their attempt again to do something different, but maybe not so drastically different that people go, this entire game is ruined by it. His other M had decent gameplay. It was fun to run around and shoot things. It was really fun to do those finisher moves,
Mm-hmm.
where you'd like leap up on a space pirate's shoulders and just blast a charge shot right down his throat. That was awesome. Um, and totally at odds with the way Samus behaves in the cinematics.
Mm.
She seems kind of delicate in the story that they're telling, but then in the game she's like this brutal
Badass.
hearted killer. It was really weird. Um, so I think maybe they're like, okay, well let's try a sort of an open world thing, but let's not go all out on it. Let's do it like we did with Ocarina of Time, which they showed there. You know, they showed riding the horse around in Hyrule Field. It's very much like that. This is like
It's a
Epona
hub.
on high. Yeah, it's a hub, except it's much larger, and you get a cool space motorcycle. And honestly, it's fine. It's not what I would have thought to do, but as far as a let's try something a little bit different, fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have a problem with it. The motorcycle itself controls fine. It doesn't really control like a real motorcycle, but that's not the focus of the game. It's meant to be a thing to get around from point A to point B. So it controls fine. There's no simulation here. It's just a mode of transport. Um, you get boosts, which you can recover over time, or you can smash these. I guess they're like fruit things growing in the desert that restore your boost. Okay, sure, whatever. I guess it's no stranger than getting shield energy out of an animal that you killed.
Yeah.
Just video game logic.
Let me ask you
Um,
this. If the game had been a traditional Metroid Prime experience where, like in the first one, where all of the areas are interconnected with each
mhm.
other, would that have been a better way and just have ditched the desert?
um, I wouldn't say so.
No.
It's a take it or leave it sort of thing. Like
Hmm.
this is why I feel like maybe they're trying to do baby steps attempts at trying to change the formula, because it is such a minor change in the grand scheme of things that it almost doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to spend a lot of time in the desert. You can rip your way across that thing real fucking fast.
It's good.
That bike is speedy, and the desert. I mean, it's big, but it's not like
It's not packed
it's
with
not the
anything.
size of Skyrim or anything like
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Um, and there is stuff in the desert. You will find things. I found some stuff that I can't do anything with now. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want spoilers or anything, but
Yeah, I'll play it
I
eventually.
suspect I will need to collect pieces of a thing that I'm finding strewn around the desert,
Mm.
because they are big and conspicuous. And a character pointed out this broken down thing when we passed it. And I was like, okay, I can put two and two together. I've played a video game before. Um, so the motorcycle stuff is fine. They couldn't resist the urge to do the Akira bike slide shot. You know the shot, even if you
From the
haven't seen
trailer.
Akira. You know that bike shot.
Yep.
Yeah, they didn't do it when they first showed off the motorcycle, but they do it in the game. There is a point in one of the areas where you absolutely get that camera shot, and I was like, okay, everybody gets one. It's iconic. It would almost feel weird if you didn't. It's really predictable when you do, but it's like, why wouldn't you? When like if you don't, like, why wouldn't you? It just looks cool. So whatever. Um, yeah, this guy here, he's fine. He's fine. He's the guy that people were like, oh no, I'm gonna have him in my ear talking to me. No, you don't.
Yeah, you
You
mentioned that
don't.
last week that he's not that
You
bad.
you escort him to the place that you're using as your in the field HQ, and he just chills out there. He'll occasionally talk to you on the radio, as part of a story thing, but he's not going to be nagging at you every 10 minutes to continue the story like like Navi did, right? Where you're just like, oh, I'm just going about, hey, listen. No, it's not what it's like. There are other characters that you find, other soldiers. I'm in an area right now. I'm in the ice area where I found another one. He's cool. He's like a sniper dude. He helped me out during an encounter. He took a turret and shot off some monsters that were swarming me. So that was pretty cool of him. Um, there was a section where I had to like basically lock down an area and defend it when waves of enemies came in, and he was also very capable of holding his own because this guy actually is a soldier, unlike the first guy who's an engineer.
Right.
So he also has a great big gun. So he was very capable of looking after himself, which was good because I ended up falling down into a space where I didn't have easy access to protect him.
Mm.
But it turns out, the enemies just kind of divided their attention between us, and he was totally capable of handling himself. So that was cool. Um, and I imagine there will probably be another soldier, like another friendly, in each of the game's regions that you
It
find.
seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the formula that's going here. And this guy also doesn't talk off your ear. Like he'll say something when you progress like the dungeon, like, "Oh, you turned the power back on," or whatever, right? Um, so there's that. One thing that I find really strange is that Samus, at least so far, hasn't said a word.
Oh,
Um, which, like, I understand her not saying much, but she's not a silent protagonist. She does talk, and so when characters address her directly with a statement that seems to expect a response,
and she
the
just
fact
looks
that
at them strange.
she just looks at them and doesn't say anything, it comes off as kind of weird.
Mm.
It comes off as kind of weird. Like there are certain points where I could be like, okay, she's just doing like the quiet badass thing, but at some point it's like, why the fuck isn't she talking? Like it would make a lot of sense for her to actually say something here.
Right.
This isn't the moment to be stoic. This is like, hey, you could explain, hey, I'm helping these aliens out. They gave me weird psychic powers, and in return, I'm helping them. Like, it's kind of like you remember that episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, The Inner Light, where Picard gets zapped by that probe, and he ends up having a dream where he lives his entire life
Oh, yeah.
as a member of this. I
Society
mean, they're
that doesn't
humans,
exist.
but
Yeah.
yeah, that doesn't exist anymore because it's extinct. And their plan was send out a probe that will,
It's like a time capsule.
yeah, a time capsule that will put someone into this simulation inside their own head where they live out an entire lifetime. In real life, I think it was only like half an hour had passed, but it was,
Mhm.
you know,
They did that in
he
Voyager,
came
too.
out, yeah, he came out of it and he found the flute and he knew how to play it because he'd spent all those years in his dream learning how to play the flute. It's kind of that kind of situation. It's we're dead, but we want someone to carry our legacy out into space so we're not just forgotten. So
Hmm.
that's what she's doing because presumably that's her ticket off this planet because she's
She's stuck
stranded there
because she's
along
stuck
with
on another planet.
yeah, she's stuck on another planet. So she's gotta get off of it, and this seems to be the way to do it. And she gets cool psychic powers in order to do it. So sure, why not? Um, it's strange how she never explains that to anyone. She never says a word. Um, it, it's just it's just odd. It's just
Yeah.
very bizarre.
It's
Like,
an odd narrative choice. So
an odd narrative choice. Yeah.
I I do know things that I obviously don't yet. So I won't spoil it.
Okay.
But something
I wouldn't
related
be
to what you're saying.
Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if she does say something at some point because she had one line of dialogue in Metroid Dread, which was the time where it made sense to say something and it was badass.
Mhm.
She's like, don't worry, I'll finish this. And then the music kicks in like da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, Sarah, you're so fucking cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
So I'm hoping she's gonna have like one moment where she says something cool because otherwise it would be really strange. It's not like she's mute because
No.
she cries out in pain when she takes a big hit.
Hmm.
Just like in the original, she goes
Just like
ah,
Link.
yeah, or just like well, she's not as noisy as Link. Link makes a noise every time he does
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Samus only makes a noise when she gets hit real fucking hard.
Gotcha.
Um,
Game looks
but
gorgeous.
yeah, it is gorgeous, dude. It looks so good. It looks at least as good as Metroid Prime Remastered and also better in a lot of places. I don't know how much better this looks than the Switch 1 version, because there is also a Switch 1 version
It
of
looks a
this.
lot better, but the Switch 1 version looks comparable. Like, it's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but
Yeah.
it is still Switch 1 looking. You know, it's got a little bit of
Yeah,
that
I imagine
jank.
this has probably got like a little more detail. It's
A
definitely running
lot,
at a higher
yeah.
resolution
Oh
than it
yeah,
would be on the Switch 1. Also,
yeah,
this one supports 120 FPS, which is
yeah.
cool.
And 4K if you
Um,
want 60.
yeah, I think the 4K is an upscaled 4K. I don't
Oh,
think it's native, but like
still
I also
impressive.
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because this is Nvidia hardware, so I'm sure that it's like using DLSS
DLSS. Yeah.
to do that, which is fine because DLSS looks great. But I don't have a 4K TV, so I can't test how good it looks. Um, but yeah, it runs in the handheld mode. It runs at 120 FPS. It runs at 720p, which looks fine.
Oh yeah, it's
Um,
a smaller screen.
yeah, it's a smaller screen. So now the Switch 2 does have a 1080p screen. It's not 720 like
Oh, cool.
the original Switch one. So you can tell the difference when you're standing still with fine little details, like the little edge highlights on stuff. You can kind of see, oh yeah, those are a little bit rough because it's being blown up to 1080. But you can also run it at 60 at 1080, and it looks absolutely perfect. It just looks crisp, pristine, just all the time. Um, so honestly, there's no wrong way to run this game. Like this isn't like, oh, I got to choose between 60 and 30. No, this is between 60 and 120. So it looks great in both cases. Yeah, man, it's a good game. People's fears were totally unfounded. I don't know, obviously, what the original version of Prime 4 looked like, but if it
Mm.
wasn't this good, then they made the right choice to reboot it because this is a good game. It's better than Prime 2 and 3, that's for damn sure. I like it a lot more than
Wow.
those. I wouldn't say it's better than the original.
Yeah, the original's kind of
Um,
perfect.
yeah, the original is a perfect video game, especially with the remastered version that gives you the dual analog controls, where now it's actually perfect.
Mm.
Um,
I'm a big fan of 3, so I'll have to judge for based on that.
three was definitely better than two.
Yeah,
Um,
2 was strange.
but I found the like constantly jumping around to different planets
Mm.
thing to be really annoying because there was like big loading screens every single time you did that. Like, yeah, I mean, it was a cinematic, but it's like, how many times am I going to see her, take off in her ship and land and just over and over and over and over and over again? Yeah, I just wasn't a fan of that. Especially how sometimes you have to land on a planet in a certain spot because some areas are just inaccessible
Mm.
if you don't land at a certain landing pad. And then oh, you'll pick the wrong one. Got to do the loading screen where you take off. Got to do the loading screen where you're landing, even though it's the same planet. So
Mm.
the real like the stop and go shit about Prime 3 is what
That's
bugs
fair.
me. But Prime 3 is fine. I dislike 2 because it is just sort of a recolor of 1, but worse.
Yeah, just
And the
a less
Dark
good
World shit
version.
is annoying.
Yeah.
Like I understand, like the Dark World shit's been in a lot of games, but here it's barely different, and it just means oh, sometimes you need to go into the Dark World to get around a barrier. Oh, but you can't just switch anywhere. You got to go to a portal that'll take you. So you
Yeah,
got to go
it's a little
10 rooms back.
convoluted.
And
Yeah,
yeah, it's a that's a way of lengthening a game, you know.
yeah, it's
And there are some places where a Dark World makes sense, like Link to the Past. Dark World's very different,
amazing.
so
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine.
and you
Metroid
can
Prime
leave the
2.
Dark World anywhere.
Yeah, you can leave the Dark World pretty much anywhere. Metroid Prime 2, the Dark World is just a purpler, scarier version with air that hurts you.
Yeah,
Um, and your weapons now have ammunition, whereas they didn't in the previous game. On that note, uh, there is ammunition in this game, not just for missiles. You get different elemental shots. So I have the fire shot. I anticipate I will probably get the ice shot once I'm done with the ice area. And there's also presumably an electric shot because I've found things that need to be opened with an electric shot. And those do have ammunition. But this isn't a thing where in Prime 2, you would like to get dark ammo, you had to kill things with the light beam, and to get light ammo, you had to kill things with the dark beam. This is just there is no light, dark, or whatever ammo. It's just elemental shot ammo. It's shared between all three types.
Oh,
And
okay.
shot ammo pickups are just a thing that are dropped by enemies, like health or missiles.
Interesting.
So it's it's not a problem. You don't have to do any weird budgeting. It's just universal. Um, and the shots are also much more powerful. Like
Mm.
the thing about like the light beam and the dark beam is that they're just like the plasma beam and the ice beam, not really that much more powerful than the standard shot. Here they are more powerful. And they also have properties that are very helpful. Like I discovered, you know how in Metroid Prime sometimes you'll get like the groups of bugs, like the swarms of them that like stick to the
Yeah.
ceiling and the walls and the floors or
Hmm.
whatever. Those are a thing in here as well. You kill one of them with the fire shot, enemies that are nearby will also catch on fire and burn,
That's cool.
and enemies who walk past that spot will burn for a brief time, but because there's a swarm of them and they keep moving through it, they
Just like
keep
pop, pop, pop,
burning.
pop, 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 pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you only need to shoot like two or three times instead of having to shoot each one individually.
That's cool.
It's really, really quick. Um, because while the fire effect doesn't linger for very long, it's long enough to catch those big swarms. So that's cool. Enemies that are hit with it with the fire beam will also continue to burn and take damage. Some of them will be instantly killed by it. Like I found a little creepy crawly that has like ice spikes on it. So I shot it with the fire shot. It just dies instantly, one hit. So there's a lot more utility to the different shots in this game than just Metroid Prime 2's reskins with ammo.
Right.
So it actually works out a lot better here.
That's good.
And you also get a lot of like capacity for shots. I think you start out with like 30 or 40 as your standard max capacity. And there are also capacity upgrades. I think it's 30 because I've picked up some capacity upgrades and I have like 45, so I think it's you start out with 30. And it's very hard to go dry on that unless you're just shooting recklessly because like I said, the shot refills are just dropped like health and anything else. And they don't hinge on you shooting something with a particular beam. It's just they just drop like anything else would. Um, so yeah, it's the concerns were unfounded. This is frankly a really good game. Looks beautiful. It doesn't have quite the wow factor that Prime 1 did, but that's because this is the fourth
Yeah.
one. And
Yeah.
Metroid Prime is a franchise that's been around for over 20 years now, right? Like or as a sub franchise of Metroid. So
Mhm.
it's not really a new thing. It's not going to blow us away the way that Prime 1 did. But damn, it is good. And it looks like
It's
it looks
gorgeous.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not one of those things where you look at it and you go, "Okay, I can see that this is like toned down for the Switch 2. It looks good for a Switch 2 game." No, this looks really fucking good.
Yeah. It looks
This
real
looks
good.
really really good. You will see that the textures aren't like super ultra HD, crisp when you get up close. They will, be a little bit blurry
But
because
the
they're
art
not
style
like
overcomes that. There's no.
yeah, the art style overcomes that, and they're also not like crazy low res either. They're still pretty high res. They look pretty clear up until you get close, and then you start to see it a little bit. But unless you're pressing your face up against a wall, you're never gonna notice it. Like everything just looks so good. Like just like even look at the way like the light plays off the sand here.
Yeah.
God, that looks nice.
Good lighting.
Yeah, yeah. It looks great. Samus looks great. The psychic armor that you get pretty early on in the game. Oh, it looks fucking cool,
The red and
man.
purple kind of one.
The red and black with the purple. Yeah. Oh, it's so fucking cool. Oh,
That
yeah.
one.
I'm having a great time with this. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, she looks so Samus. You look so awesome.
Can't wait to play
She's
it.
got mad drip, as the kids
Wow,
would say.
as the kids would say. Is that still a
Yeah.
thing? I don't even know. Yeah, I was thinking about buying the Switch 1 version, but I was like, no, it's probably worth waiting to play the Switch 2
If you're gonna get a
version.
Switch 2, just hold out and wait for this. Well, I mean, you could get the Switch 1 version and then just do the upgrade patch if you want to play it now.
Nah, I'll wait. I can wait.
Yeah,
I can wait.
yeah, yeah. There's plenty of stuff to play.
Yeah.
I can't wait because I mean, I have waited. I've waited as long as I could fucking manage to because I couldn't afford a Switch 2.
Yeah. It's
I
a
waited
lot of
until
money.
I had the money. It is a lot of money, but man, I'm having a lot of fun with this game.
Sweet.
It's good. It's really good. Um, this team is I don't know who I mean obviously it's retro, but I don't like obviously the retro team has changed because it's been
Mm-hmm.
20 plus years since Prime 1. But this is a good team. If this is what they're doing, keep them on it because this is good.
Absolutely.
So, now the other game I've been playing is Donkey Kong Bananza. I keep wanting to call it Donkey Kong Country Bonanza just because my brain has been wired to say
Nope. Brand
Donkey
new
Kong Country.
franchise or sub
It's not
franchise.
Donkey Kong Country.
Nope.
Now this is interesting because in playing both of these games, I'm playing very like polar opposite games because Metroid Prime 4 as a Metroid game is a very slow burn. It's got its action, of course, but it's also
all about exploration and
it's about the exploration. It's about the tension. Like when you go into the ice area, right? It's like, oh, there's not really much resistance here. Then you turn the power on and things start to warm up, and everything that was frozen starts to thaw. So
sounds like Super Metroid at the beginning.
Yeah. So you've got those moments like that ebb and flow of like quiet.
Oh, there's side scrolling. I just saw side scrolling.
Yes, there is. Oh yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. But it is a very generally a very paced game. It's got its moments of slowness and its moments of quickness. This game is fast all the time. This game is just nonstop action at all times because there's always something to do. And I cannot tell you how, well, actually, I can tell you every single night since I got my Switch 2, it's been, oh yeah, I'll save and then I'll go to bed. Oh, but there's a thing over there. I'll grab it. Oh, but there's one more thing over there. I'll grab it. Oh, but then now I can see a thing over there.
The one more round syndrome.
Yeah, the one more. Yeah, this game has got it in spades. So there's always something to do. This game also solves an issue. I believe this is from the Mario Odyssey team.
Yes.
And it would not surprise me at all because it feels a lot like Mario Odyssey. But where I hated Mario Odyssey, I love this game. And there's a few reasons for that. One, this game is not like put me to sleep easy. I wouldn't describe it as particularly difficult. It is still a game made for, children. Not perhaps as young children as Mario Odyssey was, but it's not meant to be a super hard game. But I do actually have to use my brain. This isn't like I can't sleepwalk my way through this one. I have to pay attention. And I have to get clever. But the other thing is that, like Mario Odyssey, there's a fuck ton of collectibles in this game. There are so many fucking bananas, and sometimes you will just find them out and around. But the difference is, number one, there is usually some amount of effort to get to them, because while some of them are just out and around, they're usually either out and around on a platform that you have to figure out how to get to, or they're buried somewhere, inside the rock and the dirt, and you have to dig to get them. You'll find them all the time, but you will have to work a little bit to get some of them. The other thing is that you're not just getting the bananas for the dopamine hit of, ooh, I got one, right? Every 5 bananas, you get a skill point. So there is actually a reason to have a lot of them and to collect a lot of them. And the skills are broken down into 2 categories. There's DK's skills in his normal form, and then there's the skills for the Bonanza mode forms where he transforms into a different creature. And there are a few of those. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 5 because there's still some space on the skill tree that's dark. And I've got 4 right now, so thinking there's probably going to be 5. So it's for things like the strength of his punch, because as you go further in the game, the terrain gets stronger, which means it takes longer for you to beat through it. And if you're trying to get away from enemies, that's a problem. So you can upgrade the strength of his punch to get through the tougher stuff just fine. You can upgrade how much health he has. There's a thing. It's basically shield surfing from Zelda, where when you pick up something, You can flip it underneath you and just slide on it like you would slide on a shield.
This game looks like a lot of fun.
Dude, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fucking fun. So there's an ability that will make those pieces last longer. The material you use also affects how long it lasts. So materials are classified into different levels of hardness, which you can see when you're throwing things at them. Like if you pick up a chunk and then press the R trigger, like the ZR button, it'll bring up a crosshair, and then when you release it, you'll throw. And whatever you're aiming at, it'll tell you this is what it is, and this is how hard it is. So it's like soft, hard, really hard, unbreakable, whatever. So if you pick up something soft like a piece of dirt, you won't be able to surf it as long as something hard like a rock. If you try to smash through things with dirt, it'll break after one hit, but rocks will last for several hits before they break. And if you're breaking something soft, the rock won't break. So you can dig through dirt, as far as I can tell, forever with a rock, and it'll never break. If you're using it against other rocks, you got 3 hits before it breaks.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. So you're collecting bananas, you're getting skills, you're also unlocking skills for the Bananza forms. Like I just got the elephant form, which is awesome because you can suck see there, you can use the surfing to get across the lava. Also, I believe they're using ice there, which will cool off the lava. So there's also
melts as you go across.
Yeah, it melts as you go across. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So there are properties to the materials
That's
besides just their hardness. But like the elephant has an ability where it can just suck up terrain and basically erase it. So you're like a vacuum cleaner for most of the terrain in a stage. And I do mean most of the terrain in a stage. Most of the terrain can be destroyed. There are things that are unbreakable. But this is not a case of, we'll have a little bit of breakable stuff and then the rest of it's unbreakable. The unbreakable stuff is typically there. It's like there so that you don't fall through the floor of the world, basically.
Yeah, I've seen the. It's basically like what do they call that really, really hard obsidian? It's like obsidian at the bottom of a Minecraft world where you just.
Minecraft is bedrock.
Bedrock, yeah, sorry, bedrock. Yeah, it's like bedrock. You just can't go any further.
Yeah. And also, NPCs are usually on unbreakable platforms. They're usually standing on breakable earth, but usually there will be an unbreakable metal platform somewhere beneath that so that they can't fall through the world. Although, I think I may have killed an NPC at one point, because there's an area where all the water surrounding it is poison, and everything on the bottom is poison. So if you dig too far down, you'll swim in poison. There are places where there's a water floor, and that usually doesn't have a bottom. It's just water that you float in because you can't go under the water. At least not yet. Maybe the last Bananza form will let me swim under the water. I don't know. But in those cases, you'll just float on the water that is the floor of the what they call the sub levels, because you're underground. Very bright for being underground, but whatever, video game. But I did, at one point, I dug under an NPC in the area with the poison, and he fell into the poison, and I did not see him come back up. I was like, oh no, did I kill that guy? Oh, fuck. But yeah, like you can...
Looks great.
Yeah. You can tear apart almost everything. Like probably 90% of every stage is just... You can just remove it from existence.
Damn it, I want to play this now.
It's so much fun. It's got me rethinking. It has rewired my brain, and I felt that rewiring happen in real time, where I'll be playing Prime 4, and there'll be a moment where I'll think, I'll just go through this wall, and then immediately go, wait, no, this is Prime 4. This isn't
wrong game.
I can't do that. Yeah.
It's like when you finish playing Zelda Breath of the Wild for the first time, and
you're like, I can climb this.
I'll just climb over this.
It's exactly that. But now I could go anywhere, because you can also climb just like you do in Breath of the Wild. You just push up against the side, and boom, there you go. So we're looking at the side-scrolling stuff here.
Love it.
So one of the ways that you can get bananas in this game is there are basically these challenge rooms. You go inside them, and there's usually 3 bananas inside. There'll be one about halfway through the course. There'll be one at the end of the course, and then there will be a hidden one that you have to find.
Kind of like the
And
three coins thing.
Some of those hidden ones are hard to find.
Yeah.
I did one today where I was like, I have no fucking idea where that banana was. I can't even imagine where it could be because it looks like everything here is unbreakable terrain. Where the fuck is that banana hidden? So I'm gonna have to go back and figure that out. But some of those challenge courses are side scrollers like Donkey Kong Country. And it's not just a camera perspective where you can still move in and out of the foreground. No, you are locked to a side-scrolling plane.
Love it.
And so you have to play it kind of like Donkey Kong Country, which is great because you have a role like in Donkey Kong Country. You would roll into the run. You have a role in this game.
That's cool.
And you can actually, just like in Donkey Kong Country, if you roll off a ledge, you've got a split second where you're in the air off the ledge where you could just jump off the air to get that little bit of extra distance. So they even kept that in there, which is really cool. And also, jumping from the roll gives you a longer jump. It's specifically a different animation, and DK makes a different sound, where it's a different type of jump. It's a much longer jump. You can also do it in midair while you're falling to lunge forward if you don't have quite enough distance, which honestly is something that I think all 3D platforming games should have because it's endlessly helpful. Although you do have to be careful with it in this game because you might expect if I slam into a wall while doing the roll in the air, I'll just grab onto it. No, you won't. You'll bounce off of it because you're rolling. Because you can also roll through terrain to destroy it. But if it's undamaged terrain, you'll probably bounce off of it first because unless it's dirt, you're not gonna break through it with the first hit. Rocks take 2 or 3 hits to break through. So if you roll into a rock in midair, you're gonna bounce off of it. So you got to be careful. You got to time it so that you come out of the roll as you reach the rock surface. So this is Bananza mode. So the first one is Gorilla Bananza. It's Kong Bananza, so you just turn into a bigger gorilla, basically. And you control pretty much exactly the same as you do normally, but you have way bigger punches that deal way more damage. You can just tear through terrain, and you can also charge a punch that sends a shockwave forward and clears a tunnel for you. And that can be upgraded. You can upgrade the charge punch to charge to multiple levels, which will do more, which will tunnel through further. And there's also an upgrade to reduce the charge time. And there's an upgrade to make it so that you don't get hit you can get hit while charging, but it won't take you out of the charge state. Like you won't do like the ouch animation. Yeah. You'll still be winding up the punch. So they've really covered all their bases here. There's not a tremendous number of skills. You're not going to get overwhelmed and be like, oh God, what do I pick? There's just enough, and the ones that make sense, to get, where it's like, okay, this is a good idea to get this. The game even recommends what the next skill you should buy is early on in the game. You don't have to follow that recommendation, but it just has a little icon that says, hey, get this next. This is their recommendation. Now, the other thing in the game, of course, is Pauline, who rides around on your shoulder. And the relationship that they have in this game is great, both for the story and also for the player. Because Pauline also is not constantly talking in your ear. Again, she's not a Navi. She's not annoying. She'll cheer you on, basically, when you do something. Like if you do something really cool, like smash through a wall, she'll be like, yeah. If you're in Bananza mode and you do the charge punch, occasionally she'll be like, you pack a punch. She's your cheerleader, basically. She has this power where she sings and stuff happens. It's hinted at that it's more than just, oh, music is the key. Because the character says, oh, you don't know the power you have, girl. So clearly there's more yet to be revealed, but I haven't gotten to the end of the game yet, so I don't know what that is. But Bananza mode, she learns a song from the elders of the different tribes, and when she's singing the song, that turns you into that animal. So she'll sing a zebra song, and you can hear her singing. Like, the soundtrack changes to be her singing the zebra song as long as you're in zebra Bananza mode.
That's cool.
And all that. She also, and this is something that I thought was really cool, is her attitude changes as you get further in the game. And I'm assuming it's just tied to how far down you've gone. But initially, like when you first get her, when you first get her, she's the little purple rock thing. And it's when you bust her out of there and see, oh, she's this little girl, right? But initially, she's very nervous, very anxious, because, I mean, she's clinging onto the shoulder of a giant gorilla who's a fucking wrecking crew, you know? Just tearing through wood and dirt and stone like it's nothing, right? So she's initially very nervous, and when you launch out of barrel cannons, she'll cry out sort of in nervous fear, like ah. When you fall from great distances, she's like ah. But as you go through the game and she becomes more and more accustomed to DK, her attitude changes, and then when you're launching out a barrel cannon, she's going woohoo, you know, like she's having a great time because she knows that DK, she can trust him and he's going to keep her safe, and so she's having fun with it now. It's really, really endearing, and it's a very subtle change because it's not like they have like a conversation, because, you know, he's DK. He doesn't really say much. She can actually understand the animals. They don't speak English. They speak like some, you know, gibberish, right? But she can understand them, and her dialogue is all voiced in English. But she doesn't really have like long conversations with DK because DK just doesn't say much, right? Yeah, like I thought it was just going to be, oh, of course it's Pauline. It's a cute little reference to she was in the original Donkey Kong. It's like, no, she's like actually a really fun character, and the dynamic they have is really cute. And I wasn't like, I mean, you know, obviously it's going to be a little bit cute, but I wasn't expecting it to be quite as endearing as it was, where she's like actually like starting to enjoy the adventure. Hell, when you go into the challenge rooms, she'll sometimes make a comment. She'll be like, challenge accepted, or, you know, let's do this, or what. Like, she's getting into it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. You know, they really pulled out all the stops for this game. Like every good thing that Nintendo is capable of doing, it feels like they've rolled it all into this game, which is appropriate because, you know, we're reinventing Donkey Kong. We're not doing the Donkey Kong Country thing,
and it's the Super Mario team, so
yeah. So we're doing something. You know, we're reinventing him again, just like he was reinvented for Donkey Kong Country. And they fucking pulled out all the stops. It's awesome. You know, I don't really have a bad thing to say about this game.
Damn.
It's just so much fun.
I can't wait to play it.
I've been having a blast playing it. Yeah, it is absolutely a showpiece title for the system. Like I would say that this is as good a showpiece title for the Switch 2 as Breath of the Wild was for the Switch 1. Like it is that much of a all in, spare no expense kind of game. It's just massive and fun, and the areas are all different and interesting. I haven't even mentioned that you can like equip stuff to the characters. So they have different outfits that affect their stats.
Yeah, I've seen it in the video.
So,
your pants.
So DK can equip different pants and different ties. Like there's a tie that will affect how much health you recover when you pick up an apple, because apples are your health, which you'll occasionally find when you're digging if your health is low.
But not bananas?
No, because the bananas are the collectibles for the skill points.
Interesting.
It just makes more sense to have a different fruit for a different purpose. Because otherwise it's like, get the banana. Or are you talking about the health banana? Or are you talking about the skill point banana? You know, just there's enough banana stuff already, right?
It's a bonanza.
It's a bonanza, yeah. So you can get like the tie that does that, or there's one where you have what's called Bananergy, which is terrible and great at the same time. I love it. It's a real dad joke kind of thing, and that's the thing you see at the bottom left, the yellow circle. That's full Bananergy, so you can do the Bonanza transformation. It has to be full. And you get it by collecting the gold pieces that you find throughout the game, which also serve as your money. It also just fills segments of your Bananergy bar. You can get a tie.
Stop saying it.
Bananergy. You can get a tie that will recover more Bananergy for a piece of gold you pick up.
Oh my god.
And when you've got that thing equipped, you can basically stay in Bonanza mode all the time because the amount of gold, and there's a lot of gold that will drop when you break through stuff. Sometimes it just erupts out of the wall, like a fucking shower of it, and you'll recover all the energy before you go through it.
Did you just say that there's golden showers in this game?
Yes, there are golden showers in this game. I'm surprised. I'm sure we'll see some in the footage if we're paying attention. Okay. Sometimes you just hit it and gold just rains down on you all over your face.
Wow!
Just suck it all up as the elephant.
Wow! Well, there it is. Look at all that gold.
Yeah, sometimes you find veins of gold. Yeah.
Damn.
So you'll recover the energy so fast that as soon as the transformation ends, you have a full bar again, and you can just go right back into it.
You can just go. So you can go bananas.
Yeah. And then you can also change Pauline's outfit, and that usually is spend more time in whatever form. Right. So there's
Passives.
Like spend more time in Kong form, in ostrich form, in zebra form, whatever. And then those outfits are also upgradable. So you buy them at the shop.
Holy shit.
With fossils that you find, and they have to be fossils from that region. Excuse me. So you can't take them from like the ice world and buy them in the tropical area, right? They have to be from that zone. But there's enough that you can buy and max out every single item in the store. So you don't just break and collect gold and then buy everything. You actually have to find the collectibles in order to buy things, which is smart. Again, giving a purpose to all those collectibles beyond just saying, good job, you found them all. So you can buy them and then upgrade them, and then you can use the rare fossils to upgrade them even further. So you can
There's so much to this game. Holy shit.
There's so much to this game, dude. There's more than I realized there would be. And it's great because this gameplay, general moment-to-moment gameplay, is exactly what I was hoping it would be. But then I found, like, because I knew there were outfits and stuff, but I didn't know that there was, like, also upgrades and that it affected stats and all that stuff. So
value for your money, man.
Dude, this game has got crazy value for your money, which is good because Switch 2 games cost, like, 90 Canadian dollars. Pricing. But, dude, this game is fucking awesome. It is the best Donkey Kong game.
Whoa, big claim.
It's the best Donkey Kong game.
All right.
Bold claim. I know that Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 are all fantastic games. This is better.
Whoa.
This is better.
He's going in. He's going in
hard.
He's
going in. Yeah. And it's cool because you can see where it does take stuff from Donkey Kong Country, where like it smartly, says, okay, this is a good thing. Like the roll, the jump, even when you're a little bit off the platform, you still get that moment where you can jump off the air. It still does that. It pulls just enough, the smart stuff, to keep that will translate to this style of gameplay. But then it also creates its own new stuff. And there are times where it kind of feels like a Mario game, and there are times where it kind of feels like a Zelda game, specifically Breath of the Wild. But it doesn't just feel like, oh, you're Mario with a lot of body hair or Link with a lot of body hair.
Right,
no,
it's its own thing.
Like Donkey Kong. Yeah, it pulls smartly from other games and then does its own thing with it. That's
what Nintendo does best, man.
It's really good. It's so fucking good. It's awesome.
I can't wait to play
it. This is, honestly, if I had played this last year when it came out, this would have been my game of the year.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is my game of 2025, and I didn't play it.
They didn't play in 25.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm hoping that something good is going to come out this year, though, because if the best game that I played this year is a game that came out last year, that would be kind of sad. But also, this game is good enough that it might be.
Nintendo's pretty quiet right now. We don't really know what's in their pipeline right now.
Yeah, so. I imagine. I mean, they put out this game and Prime 4 in the same year.
And an entire new system. And
an entire new system. So I imagine they're probably not going to have like another huge, like, there's no way we're going to get like a Zelda game this year. Also, they had a Zelda game like last year. They had fucking Echoes of Wisdom, which is not like the same scale as
not the 3D
one, but like, well, it is 3D, but maybe it's top down. You know.
Yeah.
It's old school Zelda, but
Yeah.
also not. But the point is, Nintendo's had a real string lately.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they take it easy because
Mm.
those people have got to sleep at some point.
Guess we'll see. I guess
Um,
we'll see. They do have a rumored Nintendo Direct in February, so
yeah, and they did just have a Tomodachi Direct, which
mm,
I didn't really watch because
no, me
I know
neither.
there are people out there who love Tomodachi Life. That's cool. I'm glad that you like it. It's
Not for
not
us.
really a thing for me. To me, it's like it's Animal Crossing, but with the Miis, which I've never been super attached to the Miis. Um, I don't know. They just never really did it for me. Um, so whatever. But it's great that people have that. But I'm not super into the Tomodachi Life.
Yeah.
But that is coming. And if they do have a direct in February, which we are coming up on, which it will be by the time this episode goes up, that'd be great too. But like, take a breather, guys. Don't work yourselves to death.
Yeah.
Because you've been on a roll. And I think the team that worked on these games, especially the Prime 4 team, because they had to. Well, I mean, they picked up from someone else's work, but
Yeah.
a lot of work has gone into
Oh,
these.
for
A
sure.
lot of fucking work has
For
gone
sure.
into both of the games that I've played. Yeah, 10 masterpiece, absolutely. IGN calls it here. This game is fucking incredible. Like I said, best Donkey Kong game, easily.
Damn. High praise from Andrew.
Yeah,
He's not
high
easily
praise.
impressed.
Yeah, I'm well, I'm cynical and partly I take the flaws of stuff into account, but dude, I can't really think of any flaws with this game. Like, are there moments that I've been a little bit annoyed by? Like, sometimes the climbing controls didn't do exactly what I wanted. Sure, but the game is like, part of it is that I had my camera turned around really weird because I'm trying to look sideways while also moving. Oh, I didn't even mention what the camera does when you go underground. It's so smart. So it very deliberately goes into um
Like a blackout kind of a
like
thing.
like a ghost terrain mode where if you're underground, if the camera has sunk below the ground, it basically it stops rendering what would be solid terrain, but it does sort of give you the outlines of what you're in, so you can tell what is dug out and what is just being made invisible, so that the camera can see through it. Um, and it works really well. It kind of darkens the skybox so that you know the camera is inside the earth. That's just a visual signal to tell you the camera is currently inside a piece of terrain.
Right.
The other thing that it does that's really neat is when you're in cramped quarters, but not so cramped that the camera needs to clip into the wall, it goes into almost a first person mode. It's not literally a first person mode, but DK
Here it is.
turns invisible. Like yeah. So you see how the skybox goes dark there. That's the signal that the camera is now underground. Yeah, we'll see that again in a moment. Yeah, right there. Right there. And the void of the world is like this darkish yellowish brown. That means the camera is inside a wall. And then now that it's out of the wall, it goes back to normal. Really, really clever. Immediately understandable what that is.
Yep.
But like I was saying, the game goes into sort of a first person mode where DK just stops being rendered. Not even like translucent, because the game will do that as well. Like, it'll do sort of the checkerboard translucency thing, which I assume is just easier to render than like an alpha translucency. But no, DK will go like completely invisible, and it will feel almost as if it's a first person mode, because the camera just adds, in order to fit, is in the spot where DK is. So it sort of becomes a de facto first person mode, but it lets you turn around and aim and navigate in cramped quarters really, really well. The camera works so fucking good for a game where it's constantly having to, either navigate terrain or just give up and go into terrain. They've solved for both. They have a solution for circumstances where it needs to do either one of those things.
Good game design, man.
It's such good game design. Yeah, the masterpiece, 10 out of 10, absolutely. IGN's nailed it. This game is fucking great. I'm struggling to think of something bad to say about it, but I can't. Like, it's just so fucking good, dude.
Good. Sweet. Well, you did mention something. that we should point out next. And I don't know if you realize this, but happy birthday, video games!
Ooh.
Happy birthday, video games. That's right. By the time this goes
Because
up,
this will be February.
It will be in February. So let's say happy birthday to video games that are turning 10, 20, and 30 years old this month. Starting with... at 10 years old. So this might be a record for the most high-profile or notable games from 10 years ago.
We're going to have some 40s this year.
Yeah, we are.
Getting all sniffly. I can think of 2 games right now, one of which belongs to a franchise that I just talked about that is going to be turning 40 this year.
40 years old, man. It's crazy. We're old. So the first game turning 10 years old is XCOM 2, which doesn't have the greatest reputation, but it is a notable release. XCOM 1. So these are the remakes. I should.
Yeah, these are the remakes.
They're the reboots, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
XCOM 1 is amazing. Enemy
it's great
Unknown.
If your save doesn't get deleted by that bug.
Yeah, but XCOM 2 is just. I don't know what they were thinking, man. But
yeah, the stealth thing feels kind of half baked,
and the RNG is just brutal.
Yeah, the RNG is nuts.
90% chance to hit, miss. Fuck you, game.
At a certain point, like if I feel like if you've got 95 or higher, they should just give it to you.
Yeah, just give it to you.
They should just fucking give it to you because it's such a dick move.
Yeah, that rewards good tactics if you do that, right?
Yeah, you're behind cover, you're flanking an enemy, 95% chance. Just fucking give it to
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, that XCOM reboot was fantastic. I would say it's overall better. I would say it's overall better than the original, but it does have a few things that it's missing from the original, but I really liked it. Yep. But yeah, the sequel, whatever.
Yeah.
But happy birthday nonetheless.
Happy birthday nonetheless. Next up is a game that I absolutely adore, and that's Firewatch. Highly recommend it. It's a walking simulator, if you really want to call it that kind of a game. I hate that. Excuse me, that terminology. But it is. It's a narrative-driven first-person experience, and it's great. Yeah. It's absolutely great. It is a real shame to me that studio no longer exists. After they made Firewatch, they were going to make a game called In the Valley of the Gods, which was sort of in the same vein.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was in the same vein as this, but then Valve bought them and merged them into their own internal studios, and now they just don't exist, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a very un-Valve thing to do. Usually they acquire them and then say, do your cool thing that we bought you for to make us money.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, like with Portal, they plucked those people out of Digipen and said, here, turn this into a game, like a full game.
Yeah, let me see if there's any specifics about it. Firewatch Studio. Let's see. Maybe they went on to work on like Half-Life Alyx or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
The full Campo Santo team joined Valve to continue developing video games, integrating their expertise into the larger organization. It doesn't say what specifically they ended up working on, but it's so...
Yeah.
That was 2018, so I don't think we're getting anything from them.
Yeah, that's weird. That's more of a fucking Activision thing to do, is to buy a developer and then send them to the Call of Duty mines. R.I.P. Raven, R.I.P. Vicarious Visions. Well, not R.I.P. Those companies still exist. They just make fucking Call of Duty multiplayer maps now.
Yeah.
Instead of, man, I know I've said this before, but it really kills me with Vicarious because they had just come out with that incredible Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remake. And then, 3 or 4 months later, Activision's like, yeah, we're putting them on Call of Duty. Oh, really? You're not putting them on 3 and 4? A thing that they've obviously, got under control?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just did 1 and 2 fantastically? Come on.
But yeah, Firewatch is amazing. Go play Firewatch if you've never played it. It's a very short experience, maybe an hour, maybe an hour or two. It's very short narrative experience, but it's great. It is fantastic. It's very emotional, very cool. It didn't quite stick the landing of the ending, unfortunately. Not many of these narrative games I feel like do. but the experience is just super memorable.
Yeah.
So just that. Next up is Unravel. Remember this game from EA Originals?
Oh yeah!
This,
Wow,
this was a
haven't
good
thought
game.
about that for a long time.
Very cute. Side-scrolling puzzle adventure type of experience. They ended up making a sequel that was co-op. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah, very cute. I don't know what that team is doing anymore. Let's see who made Unravel. Who developed Unravel? Coldwood, an interactive. What do they do now? Coldwood. They don't even have a wiki page. So my assumption is that they were either closed or absorbed into EA. Yeah. Probably the Battlefield minds.
Oh.
Who knows? So there's that. Layers of Fear, also turning 10 years old.
Yeah.
The Bloober Team game that kind of put them on the map. And eventually they'd go on to make the Silent Hill 2 remake and whatever else they're working on now. Probably Silent Hill 1 remake is my guess.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah. I played this one. I didn't play the sequels or whatever they were. But this game is terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's terrifying in a way that I like. I think I've said on the show many times I don't like horror games that make you hide from a dude.
Yeah, because then it just becomes a matter of like,
hide and
oh,
seek.
Is my timing? Yeah, is my timing right? Is it not right?
Yeah.
And then you get it wrong, and I gotta fucking do all that over again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is just a puzzle adventure experience that will terrify the shit out of you. It's amazing. So highly recommend playing the original Layers of Fear. I think they did like an Unreal Engine 5 remake or something like later. I don't know how good that one was, but highly recommend the original.
Maybe I don't know because I never played it, but
highly recommend it. Not a long experience either. And then also 10 years old, Far Cry Primal, awesome game. So good.
I have not played that one. But
highly recommend.
I feel like I kind of got my fill with the Far Cry games.
Yeah, I mean, if you know Far Cry, you know what you're going to get here. It's just set in caveman times. This is the one that
I played Blood Dragon. That was actually I played the original Far Cry, but that was made by a different team.
Yeah.
So I played Blood Dragon. I was like, that was pretty good. And then I think like a few years later, I was like, I'll play 3 because I kind of feel like more of that. And then I played 3 and I was like, okay. And then I basically had my fill of that formula.
It's fair. It's understandable. Yep. The series is very much every other game is great anyway type of experience.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Far Cry 3, Far Cry Primal, Far Cry 5 are all the good ones. 4 and 6, didn't do anything for me.
They looked kind of incremental. Like, hey, it's Far Cry 3, but with this, okay.
Yeah. This game's Far Cry 3, but this is the one where they introduced pets to the game, companions.
Yeah.
This is the first one where they did companions. Technically, there was a companion in Far Cry 3, but because they got such good feedback on that, I think it was a tiger or something like that. In select missions, they were like, "Oh, we'll expand that." And then Primal has this whole system where you have like, I think there's like 20 different animals that you can use in the game as pets, and you can even have 2 at once. I think at one point, it's really good. And then that's just been a staple of the rest of the Far Cry games. After that, I think 4 had that. Maybe 4 didn't have that. I don't know. But I didn't like 4 and 6. So, but Far Cry Primal's great. Highly recommend if you like Far Cry. Also 10 years old. Super Hot.
I love this game.
Yeah, very cool concept. Very unique. Better in VR, but still great.
I've never played the VR version, but I bet it fucking rocks.
Having to like dodge out of the way of the bullets and seeing it come past your face. Oh my god. It's sick. Yeah, it's great.
God, that game is fucking addicting.
Yep. Stardew Valley, also 10 years old. Legendary game. Easily the best farming life sim game of all time, in my opinion. all due respect to our Harvest Moon, all due respect to Story of Seasons, Stardew Valley's just it's perfection. It's so good, and it was updated for like 10 years after the game came out. So like, the amount of content it's got now is just it's astounding. I think it just got another update like a month ago.
I think it did. Yeah, I mean, people keep buying it. You know, it keeps making them money.
It's a great game.
It's like Binding of Isaac.
People still buy that game.
So just keep adding to it.
Yep. Just looking at this makes me want to play the game again. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So that's it for 10 years old. 20 years old. Didn't find a whole lot here of noteworthy stuff from me. So I picked a few out that I recognized, starting with Drakengard 2. I never played the Drakengard games, but Drakengard 2. I
never played the Drakengard games either, but I've played Nier Automata, and Nier is a spin-off of one of the endings from one of the Drakengard games.
Oh, okay.
It's super bizarre. One of the endings of one of the Drakengard games, the player and their dragon gets transported to Earth, and then they get shot down by the military, and they have a disease that's harmless to people from their world, but is like deadly to humans in our world, and that kicks off the events of the original Nier.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Very, very strange.
So yeah, I know Drakengard is kind of beloved by it's like a cult classic, for that era.
Yeah, the people who like Drakengard love that game.
Yep. Also in that same vein, I don't know why we're getting some loading issues here, but Grandia 3, also 20 years old.
Oh man, I haven't played Grandia 3.
I haven't played any of the Grandia games, so I can't really
comment. I have Grandia 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a Dreamcast game originally. They had an HD remaster that came out.
I've heard 1 and 2
a few years ago.
Haven't heard anything about 3.
Yeah, Grandia, the original Grandia is on the Saturn and on the PlayStation. I haven't played it, but I've played a little bit of Grandia 2.
Now, the next game we've definitely
played. 3,
though. And that is Black.
Oh, Black, yeah. The game where they're like, hey guys, fucking guns! Look at these guns! Yeah. Holy shit, yeah, really just zoom in on the gun while you read, holy fuck, yeah.
And the explosions were great. I remember just the dust effect that they had when you would shoot walls and stuff like that. You'd end up just in a fog cloud of dust because of all the bullets flying around you. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Great game. So that's 20 years old. And then I only have one game that turned 30 years old, and it's a little bit of a caveat because it was released in Japan 30 years ago.
That's fine.
And that is the original Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Red and green in Japan.
Yeah.
As red and blue in America a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
But red and green. 30 years old. Man, I was
they look so basic.
I was 8 years old. Yeah, they do.
It looks so basic compared to how they are now. I mean, obviously,
the gameplay's still pretty identical. Unfortunately, there's not really much has changed. Just visual changes.
I mean, it's a turn-based RPG.
A very simple one. Very simple one.
Yeah.
Baby's first RPG. I
used to be so fucking into Pokemon. I used to be completely nuts about it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I played Red. And I had Blue. I played Blue to death and Gold to death, and then I was like off the train after that.
Yeah, exactly the same with me. Yeah. By that point, I was like, okay,
I get it.
I get it now. Like I'm kind of done with this. I'm looking for other stuff, and it's also like it also got more and more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like Monster Hunt. Well, maybe it's not like Monster Hunt.
Not quite that complicated.
Maybe a bit of an extreme example, but like if I were to jump back into Pokemon and play like whatever the latest one is, Scarlet and Violet, I'd be like, what are EVs? What are IVs? What are natures? What's any of this shit? I don't know.
I know there's a lot more not classes, types of Pokemon now. A lot more types of Pokemon.
There's new types. There's
tons of types. But the cool thing though is, and they probably won't capitalize on it, but the next generation of Pokemon that comes out, whatever the next big one is the 10th. So you would think that they're going to put a shitload of money into it. And make it a big deal, but as we've seen with Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield,
it was more Scarlet and Violet than Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield was pretty bad. It
They
was
didn't have all the Pokemon in that one, but then Scarlet and Violet is the one where like the performance and visuals were just fucking garbage, like
Sword
all
and
the
Shield
time.
had some pretty garbage
They
visuals
had
and
some
stuff too.
problems with that too,
Yeah,
but Scarlet and Violet was the one where it was
that was
clear,
the
like,
terrible
okay,
one.
they're aiming too high for what the Switch can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully the next one is Switch 2 exclusive, and that way they can like ink it out. But
Yeah, so I wondered for years, like why, with how big Pokemon became, why didn't it transition to the main console? Why did it keep being a handheld game? And now that it's happened, I understand why. Is because doing 3D models and animations for like 1,000 different Pokemon is insane, and that's why they're not all in the
yeah,
latest games. There's not even a way to get some of those Pokemon all the way forward because like getting like the Generation 1 Pokemon
there's like
into
1,000
the late,
Pokemon now. Yeah. So
yeah, getting like a Charmander into, because the starter Pokemon, those are always special and they never just make them a thing that you can catch in the other games. Um, so you want to get the starters from the first gen. You can get them from the GBA remakes. You might be able to bring those forward, maybe, but I don't know that you can. The fact that I don't know is like a big problem.
they should just
You know.
remake Red and Blue in like a 3D world and
Well, the
expand
other
the
thing,
gameplay.
well, they kind of did that. They did Pokemon Let's Go,
Mm,
Eevee, and Pikachu, which are kind of like that because it's that story again, but obviously it's a
yeah.
little bit different. But they should just have a service where you can just, and they did. They had Pokemon Box, but I don't know if they even do that anymore. Just have a service where you can upload Pokemon to cloud storage and then just pull them into different games.
If it wasn't
Yeah.
Nintendo that like, does Nintendo own Pokemon or does Game Freak own Pokemon?
So, three companies
Oh
have
God.
shared ownership of the Pokemon
Okay, that
franchise:
explains it.
Nintendo, Game Freak, and Creatures.
Because if Nintendo
Um,
didn't have any stock in this, this would be a free to play game every day of the week, and they'd have every Pokemon in there coming out weekly. You know what I'm saying? And it would just be,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
spend a 50 cents to buy a fucking Pokeball. They
yeah,
just,
yeah.
not to say that
It'd
that would
just
be
be
the
a
best thing
gotcha
for
game.
it, but maybe it would
No,
be. I
no,
don't
but
know.
it would work. It would make them a lot of money. I wouldn't want them to see. I wouldn't want to see them go down that route.
Yeah,
But yeah, if anybody else made this, that's exactly where it would be right now.
100%.
And honestly, there's it wouldn't be bad to have like Pokemon on your phone because you do carry your phone with you everywhere, and it would
Mm,
make Pokemon battles with other people really easy,
yep,
right? But Nintendo doesn't want to make games like big games for phones because they want to do it for a platform that they own.
yep, exactly.
Even though it would make them a bajillion dollars and they'd make way more money if they just made it a mobile game
So
in
here's
the
the
sense
thing:
that it's a game on your phone.
if Switch 2 doesn't come down in price, maybe they'll see a shrinking market because of that and be like, maybe we should start releasing our games elsewhere. It's a new Nintendo.
I,
We're seeing some weird shit from them lately. You never know.
yeah, but that's
They're making
the
movies,
thing.
good movies.
Making movies, yeah. But one of the things that has always been true of Nintendo is
They protect their IP.
they put their best foot forward on their own hardware.
Mm.
Like getting them to release on other hardware is damn near impossible, and generally it only happens if it's like hardware that isn't specifically owned by other people. Like nobody owns cell phones the way that like Microsoft owns Xbox or Sony owns
Yeah,
PlayStation, right? It's like, I mean, it's sure there's the iPhone, which is Apple's closed proprietary platform, but other than that, it's like, and who owns Android? Nobody really owns Android. Google makes it, but it's Linux based, so anybody can make their own version of Android if they know how to program, right? But like you don't even see Nintendo putting stuff out on PC.
nope.
Like you can't. I mean, and obviously Pokemon Go wouldn't work on PC, but like that Pokemon trading card game, the mobile game,
I've got that.
on PC.
Yeah. So that's it. Happy birthday, video games. Thank you for your
Happy
contributions
birthday.
to the industry. All right. It's another time. Do you know what that other time might be?
Metacritic check-in.
Yes, it is. I don't know why it's not appearing.
Ah,
There it is. It's
ah,
going. It's going. There it is.
hey.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Is it time to duel? What is this, fucking Yu-Gi-Oh?
Who knows? Honestly, who knows anymore? All right. 4 games to check in with the Metacritic. Starting with Mio, Memories in Orbit. We got more reviews now, more smoothed out. We had early reviews last week. It's now sitting at a comfortable 83 from critics and 72 from users. I didn't get a chance to play it before my Game Pass expired, so it's just now on my list of games to play at a point when I can. So, still looking forward to playing it, though. Next up is a controversial one, and that is Highguard.
There are some people who are really down on this game. I don't know why. I also don't really know anything about Highguard.
So I have a few things to say about it. So critically, there's not a whole lot of reviews out yet. Still, critics seem to be taking their time with it, which is what they should be doing because it's an online game and you need time to kind of figure out the meta and all that kind of stuff.
People want to know, should I buy this right now? So they gotta rush to get those reviews out.
So critically, early reviews 67. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it. User score 23. So I played it.
Okay.
And it is very unique gameplay wise. Well, unique.
It looks kind of unique.
Unique's not the word. It is basically a combination of Overwatch, Counter-Strike, and like a battle royale. So, I'll battle royale part. You have to go out into the world and loot your gear. You start with some basic gear, but you got to go out and get guns, and you open chests, and you get shit like most battle royales, right? And the Overwatch part is there's heroes that you pick, and they have special abilities. Pretty standard fare there. Counter-Strike is there's sort of a currency system where you earn money to buy better stuff and buy upgrades and stuff during the match as well. So it's kind of all 3 of those things at the same time.
I'm seeing terrain destruction. That's satisfying me because now it's like, oh yeah, you can break through the wall. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so the way that works is that each team picks a base type. So it's 3-on-3. Each team picks a base type, which is basically just a different setup for your base that protects your 3 like generators, basically, which is the objective is to destroy the other team's generator. But in order to do that, you have to get the sword. You've probably seen the sword a couple of times in the trailer here. It spawns at a random point in the map. Your teams have to get it and then bring it to the base of the other. You can see the choose your base thing here. Bring it to the base of the enemy to break their shield. Once their shield's down, now you can get into their base and destroy the generators. And once you've destroyed, I think, 2 out of the 3 generators or just the main generator, your team wins. While also simultaneously you have to defend your base.
Yeah.
The problem that people are having, and I fully understand the complaints after playing it. Number 1, the map is huge. I wouldn't say huge. The map is large. It's a large map. And when you only have 6 people, it feels pretty fucking empty. And 3 of them are on your team and 3 of them on their team. So it just feels like it should have been 5-on-5 maybe,
or 8-on-8 or something.
Well, they're listening because there's currently a 5-on-5 limited time event going on, which don't fucking bullshit me. You know what you're doing. You're testing to see if people like 5-on-5 more, and then you'll probably switch it up. But 3-on-3 just seems too low. And then the other problem people are having with it is just the visuals. And I don't blame them. It has sort of it looks pretty. It's technically impressive. It looks pretty, but it's also very uninspired and kind of just, hey, look at Fortnite. It's very colorful and cartoony. Let's do that.
it looks like it doesn't quite know what it wants to look like, so it looks
There's
like
nothing
a little
unique
bit of
about
everything.
it. Yeah, it looks like everything. Exactly. It's like if you
It,
saw
it
this,
looks. You say you said Fortnite, but you also said Overwatch. It does
yeah,
kind of look like a
Overwatch
Fortnite, Overwatch,
clone.
Valorant kind of.
Yeah, yeah. Which again isn't to say it's not to insult the artists who made it because they're clearly
Yeah, I mean, it
talented.
looks
It looks good.
competently executed.
Yeah, it's just that decision to do this is just like another one that looks
It
like
looks like a lot of
this.
pieces mashed together, and it's not helped by the fact that you've got all this medieval stuff like horses and treasure chests and
Hmm.
like wood, stone, and plaster walls, but then also you've got guns and shit. It's
Yeah,
like
it's just
it,
kind of
it looks
just
like it doesn't know what it wants to
yeah,
be.
exactly. Yeah, and I don't blame them for that. On PlayStation 5, it also has a little bit of like a so bad upscaling where
Mhm.
it has this like almost like artifacting look where
Yeah.
like I don't know how to describe it, but like things load speckly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but it sounds like you know what I mean. This
Yeah.
game has that in spades on PS5. I don't know whether it looks better on PC. It doesn't look like it does in this trailer. I'll put it to you that way on PS5.
Yeah.
It doesn't look bad, but it has that thing where I see it and I go, ugh.
Yeah.
Um,
That is potentially a result of Sony's upscaling method. Sony, they did a lot of checkerboard upscaling
hmm.
on the PS4. I don't know if that's how they do it on the PS5, but it could occasionally get that speckled look to it.
So I don't know
Depending on
what
how it was
engine this
resolved.
uses. Let me see what engine this uses because it reminds me a lot of the artifacting that I see in oh shit, what was that EA game that failed miserably? The first person Immortals? No. Shit, what was that game called?
Phoenix Rising
No, that was Ubisoft.
is Ubisoft. Okay. Then I don't know.
EA first person shooter magic game. Immortals of Avium. Immortals of Avium.
Oh, okay.
Has that same look. What engine and that was Unreal 5. What engine does Highguard use? Unreal Engine 5. Okay. So,
Okay.
there you go. It's whatever that upscaling tech that they're using is. It's
Okay,
not.
so
It's still not right.
Okay. It's part of Unreal Engine then.
Yeah, it's still not where it needs to be on consoles. It could. I bet you $1 million. It looks way better on PS5 Pro because it has the PSVRR, whatever it is, up the 4K
Yeah.
upscaling tech in it. But on the base PS5, it again, it's not ugly, but it has that specular effect that I just immediately notice. It plays like Apex Legends, which makes sense because it's from that developer or members of the team that made Apex Legends. So it just feels like four different games kind of like merged together, and then it just doesn't come together. With more people, I think it would be more fun. My problem was because I was playing with randoms, they clearly didn't take the tutorial like I did, so they're just kind of like wandering around on have no clue what they're doing, and I'm just like, this is why I don't play these games with randoms.
Yeah.
You have to have a crew to play these games with, and I just like
still 23, man. That's a really low score. People must really, really fucking hate this.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of let's see.
That's usually the kind of thing that's reserved for a game that's utterly broken.
Yeah, it's not broken. It's just uninspired. And I think people are getting tired of these online only experiences that are coming out that just feel like cash-ins to try and penetrate the market, but really don't put the effort into it that makes it do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Especially this late in the game.
Yeah.
Like we're at the point where we have Overwatch 2. You know?
Which is basically Overwatch.
which is just an upgraded Overwatch 1, of course. Yeah. But like you got to figure out what the next thing is going to be and get it there, you know, before everyone else does. Trying to catch up the hero shooter game at this point is like not going to work, man.
And that was the other thing. It was like you have this mount ability where you summon a mount to be able to get around the map quicker, which is really cool. But then you think, well, instead of having a mount, why didn't you just make the map smaller?
Yeah, it's like, oh, the map is big. It takes too long to get around. Oh, we'll introduce a mount.
Yeah.
Okay, but
you
if
created
just
that
made the
problem.
map smaller. Yeah, that's a problem. You're creating a solution to a problem that you created, and you could avoid having to do that solution by just making the map smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Yeah. The map should only be big if there's a reason for it to be big. Like Tribes was a game that had really big maps, but Tribes also had vehicles, and also you could ski, which is where you just slide around frictionless on the ground, which was a bug in the first game, but then it was just so widely used they just made it a feature in the second game.
Just kept it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so it makes sense for the map to be huge because you have ways of getting around real fast, and the game is designed around using those methods.
Yep.
You know, using the vehicles, and in the second one, using the skiing. So it makes sense because they built around the idea of being able to travel fast. It wasn't, oh, travel fast is the solution for a big map. You know, it's the correct way around.
Yep.
Right? Because then it would suck if you had all those vehicles, but the map is tiny, right?
Yep.
Unreal Tournament 2004 is the same way. You got giant maps in that game. There's vehicles though. You know, it's like we wanted to put vehicles in the game. We need the space for them. Okay, let's make the maps huge.
I did like Unreal Tournament 3 though.
I liked it too.
Yeah,
I liked it too. But the thing is, it came out at a time when people just weren't interested in that kind of game anymore.
Yeah.
You know, everybody was playing like Halo 3 and stuff. Which, like, I get the matchmaking system is really convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you remember the three-legged walker from like War of the Worlds that was in that game?
Yeah,
with the laser beam. That was fucking sick.
I could never figure out how to use that thing effectively.
It was difficult for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Next up is a game I've been waiting for.
Yeah. You were talking about this on BlueSky.
Cairn, doing really well in the reviews, sitting at an 84. Critically, no, early reviews is 66, but none of them are written, so I don't really count any of those. I want to see written reviews that have actual fucking information. Can't wait to play it. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Can't wait. They say I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, I get the feeling that you can't wait.
Yeah. It's my game, man. This is my type of game all the way through. Love it. And then finally, Code Vein 2.
It's a walking simulator, which you love, except now you have to also walk upwards and not just...
Well, I loved... what was the other climbing game? Jusant. I loved Jusant.
Oh, Jusant, yeah.
And this is a much more complicated Jusant, which I'm really into. But yeah, Code Vein 2 also out, sitting at a 70.
Okay.
Most people seem to be saying, it's another anime Souls-like. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is, I think, what people mostly said about the first one. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the first one was.
Yeah.
This looks like the girl from one of the Persona games. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4. I think it's 4. I don't know. I've never played the Persona games.
Oh yeah, the cute. She was the girl I dated in 4.
Okay.
I should know her name, but I don't. I can't remember. It's been too long. All right, and that's it for the Metacritic check-in. All right, let's. Whoa.
A little stinger at the end there.
Damn, that was sick. Let's get into. I'm just gonna bring up. Let's see. Just gonna bring up our view screen just to tide us over because before we get into the news, it's time to look at the games coming out in February this year. Notable games, starting with February 5th, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, coming to Windows, Switch 2, PS5, and Xbox Series. It's the remake of 7.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Neo 3 comes out on February 6th. The long-running now Team Ninja Souls-like series. Although they call it an action RPG.
Yeah.
It's a Souls-like. Mugenics coming out on February 10th to Windows only. It's a tactical RPG roguelite where you take care of a bunch of cats, they like mutate them or something. It looks really funny. I kind of want to see more of it. It looks cute and funny. What else we got? For those, I mean, I'm not interested in this one, but it's worth noting at least. February 11th, Romeo is a Dead Man, the next Suda 51 game.
Yeah, I'm not going to run out and buy that, but I will definitely be keeping an eye on it just because it's going to be weird.
It definitely looks that way.
Mm.
February 12th, Mario Tennis Fever. Fingers crossed for a good RPG mode in that. Otherwise, whatever. February 13th, a Friday. High on Life 2. And Reanimal. Coming to Windows, Switch 2, PS5, and Xbox Series. Cannot wait for Reanimal. Played the demo. There's a Press Pause Plays for it. Make sure you check it out. Avowed comes to PS5 on February 17th. That's the Xbox Obsidian RPG. That Star Trek Voyager game that I talked about comes out February 18th to Windows, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series. Styx, Blades of Greed, the stealth game where you're a goblin, February 19th.
Yeah.
Windows, PS5, Xbox Series. I played the demo this week, and yeah, it Styx. Okay. It feels very similar to the first two Styx games. Just looks a lot better. So,
yeah.
The Disney Afternoon Collection comes to Switch and Switch 2 February 26th. That's the Digital Eclipse Capcom Classics. I think it's got like DuckTales and...
Oh, okay. So like Castle of Illusion and...
I think so.
And stuff like that.
There was 4 of them. DuckTales, Darkwing Duck... Tailspin, and Rescue Rangers. Oh, and DuckTales 2 and Rescue Rangers 2 on the Switch.
Oh, I was going to say, no DuckTales 2, huh?
Yeah, they got the sequels in there. Oh, and and Goof Troop and Bonkers too. Wow, it's got a lot in there.
Oh, Bonkers. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure people are clamoring for that.
Goof Troop was great, though. Love Goof Troop. And Towerborn on the 26th. Windows, PS5, Xbox Series. That's the action RPG. Kind of looks like Castle Crashers to me. And then Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9 coming February 27th. Windows, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series. And I think that's it. That's February. Pretty stacked month. Some big ones in there. Nothing for me really besides like Reanimal.
I'm curious what Dilf Leon is going to look like in Resident Evil 9.
Who?
Leon. He's apparently an older guy now.
Oh,
he's entering his Dilf phase.
Oh, you haven't seen the trailers?
Oh, does he show up in the trailers?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't. Okay, I'll have to look at that then.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the news. Starting with the sad news, which actually just broke today.
Oops. Hold on. I dropped something.
Don't break shit. Don't break shit. We're not at that point in the show yet. Starting with sad news. Catherine O'Hara has passed away. Those of you who don't know who she was, there she is. Famous comedian, famous actor, most notably known for the mom in Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, but also known as from movies like Nightmare Before Christmas. She was Sally, the voice of Sally. She was in Beetlejuice 1 and 2. I think she was in The Last of Us Season 2 as well. Whole bunch of stuff. She passed away earlier today, as of this recording, January 30th, at the age of 71, following a brief illness. Unknown of the specifics at this time. But she's amazing. She was so good. She's in a lot of classics from my childhood, that's for sure. She's an amazing person. Great movies. I think she was in Schitt's Creek. I never watched that, or Modern Family, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I never watched those shows.
No, but I mean, Beetlejuice, classic. Home Alone,
Mm-hmm.
bigger classic. Nightmare Before Christmas, huge classic. These big notable movies, and she's great. So rest in peace, and thank you for your contributions to the movie industry, the TV industry. I don't think she was ever in a video game, but again, something like that's nerd culture adjacent. So I thought I would include it. All right. Also, some somewhat sad news ish. Mario Kart series veteran Hideki Kono is retiring after almost 40 years at Nintendo.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's sad news. At 40 years, dude deserves his retirement.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it's sad that he's moving on. Joined Nintendo in 1986. He shaped many of the Japanese game company's major series. He worked as an assistant director on Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3, as well as designing the game's levels and characters. Later, as a director, he helmed games including Yoshi's Island, which is amazing.
Good game.
Super Nintendo version of SimCity and Luigi's Mansion on the
game.
GameCube. Yeah, also a great game, however...
Hell of a resume for this guy. I'd hire him if he wasn't retiring.
Right? However, Kono is probably best known for his extensive work on the Mario Kart series. He directed the original Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 before going on to produce Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, and Mario Kart Tour. He got a special thanks credit.
Those are almost
Mario
all
Kart
great
World.
games.
Yeah.
With the and Mario Kart Wii isn't even a bad game. I just wouldn't call it a great game. It's fine.
I enjoyed it.
It's not, it's no Double Dash.
Which I never played, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah, I know. You should.
He didn't make Double Dash, though.
Yeah, but, I'm just saying I like Double Dash more than Mario Kart Wii.
You're going to have to tell me how Mario Kart World is at some point, now that you got a Switch.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe see if you can get it from the library. Rent it or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I should do that. That's an idea.
There you go. Kono produced many other games like Nintendogs. And was also,
I like Nintendogs. That was a cute game.
Yep. He was also a hardware director on the 3DS. As head of Nintendo Mobile, he produced Animal Crossing Pocket Camp and Fire Emblem Heroes, as well as contributing to Pokemon Go. So he's a big deal.
He's been around and done a lot, it sounds like, in those 40 years.
Indeed. So congratulations on your retirement, sir. Well deserved. And thank you for your contributions to the video game industry.
Thank you for the games.
Amazing stuff. All right. It's time to get your bingo cards out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy. Is it Ubisoft?
It is Ubisoft. It is Ubisoft. Oh, this one's hilarious, especially after last week. Beyond Good and Evil 2's creative director, Fozzie Mesmar, has responded to Ubisoft's sweeping company reshuffle that resulted in the cancellation or delay of a swath of game projects, as well as the studio closures and layoffs, including a further 200 job losses proposed at the company's Paris headquarters earlier in the week. Writing on LinkedIn, former DICE veteran Mesmar assured fans of Ubisoft's long-in-development Beyond Good and Evil 2 that the project has not been impacted by the restructure. Still, the developer said he was saddened by the reorganization's effects on colleagues across the wider company. Thank you for everyone who reached out to me over the past few days in regards to the recent news at Ubisoft. Myself, my team, and our project Beyond Good and Evil 2 are unaffected by the recent changes. I would direct you to
because it's canceled, because it's never coming out.
Apparently
it can't come out less than it's already not going to be.
I would direct you to the official press release for more information around the latest organizational restructure, blah, 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 blah. So, he says, we remain committed and focused on delivering a remarkable game for our players to enjoy. After a decade. Obama was still president when this game started development. Come on. What's going on?
I mean, depending on where you want to take it, this game has been in development for
2007. Almost. Really?
Yeah, like from when they very first said we're making this.
I think that was Obama, right? 2007. I think so.
Oh, that was Bush administration still.
Really? Holy balls!
Yeah.
Good Lord. I don't even know what to say.
The current version that was announced in was it 2015 or something?
2017.
2017. Okay,
Yeah.
so almost a
another
decade now.
almost another 10 years since
Yeah.
the new one. This all looks good too. It's really frustrating that this game just doesn't exist, you know.
I mean, like I said, I don't want the Ubisoft that currently exists to make this
This
game
game. Yeah.
because Beyond Good and Evil, like Beyond Good and Evil was a good game. I'm not going to say it was like, oh my god, this is such a legendary, incredible game. It was a good game that didn't sell well enough initially. It should have sold better, but I think it was overshadowed by a bunch of other stuff. Didn't like was that around the time that Halo 2 came out? That might have been part of the problem.
Could
Um,
be.
I think it was the same year. I think it was the same year. Let me look it up. When did Beyond Good and Evil come out?
It was a PS2 game.
Oh no,
GameCube.
2003. So okay, so this is before Halo. But the point is, it was a pretty good game, and it should have had a sequel because there was potential for it. The characters were cool, and I would have liked to see them again.
Me too. Yeah.
Um,
But not
and
20 years later.
If Beyond Good and Evil 2 was the continuing adventures of Jade and her giant talking pig friend and the weird like Jamaican guy who lives in her wristwatch, then I'd be cool with that. This is
a prequel.
not that.
It's a prequel.
And I mean, this could be good if it was made by that original team. I don't think the Ubisoft that exists today is capable of making a game like Beyond Good and Evil. I think they're only really capable of, at least when commanded from on high, is really only capable of making like the same 4 games over and over again. And they're not bad games, but they are just kind of the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't want Beyond Good and Evil to just be a like, oh, it's Far Cry, but Beyond Good and Evil, or it's Assassin's Creed Beyond Good and Evil. I want it to be that sort of pseudo Zelda-like, but not quite thing, with like mystery and intrigue and photography occasionally. Like I want it to be that, and I mean we're seeing what kind of looks like that here, but just because it has the mechanic doesn't mean it has the same feeling.
No.
You know, I'm sure that there are people. I'm sure that there are people at Ubisoft who could make a great Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't think that the company they currently work for will allow them to make a good Beyond Good and Evil 2.
No.
You know?
Just sell the IP at this point. Someone else will make it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Don't know what I was gonna say. It's gone. It disappeared from my brain. So we'll just move on. Oh, I was gonna say not enough people played Immortals: Phoenix Rising. Terrible name, but the game was good.
Yeah.
More people need to play that. It was very good. It was like it was their attempt at Zelda. Really, it was quite good. Maybe a little bit more action focused, but it was good. I recommend it. All right, let's move on. Steam is in the news. I don't know how. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know how legitimate this is. But a UK tribunal has given the go-ahead for a $901 million collective action lawsuit against Valve over alleged anti-competitive practices on Steam. The legal action, originally filed in 2024 by digital rights campaigner Vicky Shotbolt, that's like a sick name, Shotbolt, has now been given the green light to proceed following a ruling by the UK's Competition Appeal Tribunal. In short, Valve is accused of wielding its status as the dominant digital game storefront to lock game developers and publishers into release parity restrictions and keep game owners spending on Steam when buying add-ons. It goes on from there, but I just wanted to mention it. I feel like they've probably had this kind of issue many times and it just went nowhere.
So this is one of those things where it's like, do I think that Valve is like engineering this very deliberately and maliciously? Not really.
They're just dominating the market because they're good.
Well, yeah, I think they want people to stay on their platform and they do things that encourage that. But they're also the biggest player. Yeah. You know, they went in hard and early on digital distribution they kind of bet the farm on it, and it paid off for them.
Yeah.
Um,
That shouldn't be something that can be punishable. Because
yeah,
you were
but
so successful, you can be punished for that? Like,
yeah, but if you then take that success and turn it into abusive practice, like look at Microsoft, right? Microsoft made Windows, and Windows became the de facto standard because it worked really well. It was a lot easier than using DOS, um, and everybody could develop for it. You know, you didn't have to buy a specific manufacturer's computer to get it, like you did with the Macintosh operating system. You had to buy a Mac. Get that? It's not like you could install that on anything else.
So here's the weird part is that the lawsuit is specifically well, I'll just read it. It's very specific, and I don't agree with it.
Okay.
So the lawsuit alleges that Steam unfairly imposes platform parity obligations which prohibit publishers from selling games on rival stores with better terms, causing a restriction of competition. The legal action has also taken aim at the need to continue buying add-ons for games bought through Steam via Valve's own marketplace, leading to a further reduction in competition. So before I continue, let's cut those down, because the second part is a big duh. Like if you,
if you buy a DLC, if you buy a game on Steam,
you're going to buy the DLC from there.
Buy DLC on the Epic Store.
Yeah, that would be stupid. So that part of it is just bullshit. The first part,
I mean, I could definitely see the appeal of like shopping around and seeing where you get the best deal, because when you used to buy expansion packs in stores, you could do that.
It'd be super complicated though.
They usually be pretty equally priced. Like when you buy Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, it's probably going to be just about the same, maybe a few bucks cheaper at one place or another if they're having a sale or something. But yeah, just the technical, the amount of tech work that you'd have to do to get stores to have their install packages all intercompatible with each other is,
that's a pain in the ass. Yeah,
it's a pain. I mean, they could do it, but
it just doesn't seem necessary.
Need to.
No.
Yeah, like if you've already bought a game on a platform, like why would you go and then buy? Like I can understand saying, I don't want to continue to buy games on this platform. I'm going to buy my stuff on Epic now. If for some reason you have a problem with Steam, but you'd still use Steam to go back and play those games. Maybe you don't buy new ones from them, but like that to go so far as to say, oh, I don't even want to buy the DLC on Steam.
Yeah,
I want to buy it from Epic. Like it's
weird.
It's such a specific thing.
It's an odd claim.
Yeah.
So that part
I can kind of see it when you're not looking at it with like the familiarity with the industry that we have and just how this stuff works. But like it's that is such a hypothetical case.
Yeah.
That I can scarcely imagine it being a thing. As someone probably wanted that, I'm sure there's been a few people over the millions of Steam users. Maybe a few have wanted to go, oh man, I wish I could buy the DLC elsewhere. But I don't think anybody feels like that's a reasonable expectation.
No.
Considering the kind of implementation it would take.
The first part, though, makes more sense. Steam unfairly imposes platform parity obligations, which prohibit publishers from selling games on rival stores with better terms.
Yeah, so if they're saying
it's basically an exclusivity deal, basically.
Well, platform parity would be like if you release DLC there, you have to release it on Steam as well. It's that kind of thing. So like you can't offer exclusive content on GOG or Epic or whatever. It's
okay. Well, I think is perfectly reasonable to me. If you want to be on our platform, you can't give some other platform exclusivity on extra stuff. It has to also come to us. I feel like that's protecting your customer. To me,
I mean, kind of. It would complicate things if you were working with someone else's IP. Like let's say you have let's talk Fortnite. Apparently, at one point, and I don't know the full story behind this, so I might be getting things wrong. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But apparently, at some point, there was talk between Epic and Nintendo about having Samus as a character skin in there. And apparently, the reason that it fell through is Nintendo didn't want Samus to show up on any other platform but theirs, which and not just a case of like you can only play with the Samus skin if you're on Switch. It's you can't even see the Samus skin unless you're on Switch. And Epic was
That'd be
like,
tough.
well, no.
But that's
That'd
very
be tough.
specific. That one I
That's
understand.
very specific. But like if you're making a game and it's like, oh, we've got we're the Nintendo, like the Switch version is going to have an exclusive, or Soul Calibur 2. We're going to have Link in the GameCube version, only in the GameCube version. If Valve was like, oh, you want to put out Soul Calibur 2, we got to have all the characters. It's like, well, Nintendo's not going to let us do that, right?
Then to me, that's just business. Then it's like, okay, well, you made the deal with them first, so you'll have to go with them. That was your choice. You know what I mean? Like, you should have talked to us first before you made that deal.
I feel like that's not the kind of thing that developers like, because you got so many balls in the air. That's not the kind of thing that I feel like should be such a pain on developers to have to manage, or publishers for that matter.
But should that be a law, though? Should that be a thing that
should it be a
cannot
law?
be
I don't
happen?
know.
That you can sue over?
I don't know. I can see both sides of that one, because like honestly, having parity with other platforms is great for consumers, because it means that
no one misses out on anything.
Nobody misses out on anything. But it also can very quickly complicate things for game developers if they're working with other people and they have restrictions on stuff. Like I can honestly see both sides of that. So I don't know how I feel about that one. I can see the positives and negatives to it.
This last one I don't agree at all. So finally, it alleges that Valve imposes unnecessarily high commission charges, essentially the typical 30% cut it takes when you spend money on Steam, which results in higher prices for customers. Steam is the cheapest place you can get games, so I don't know what you're smoking there.
I do think, on the one hand, I do think that 30% is perhaps a bit high, especially if you're selling a game for a very low price. But Steam goes, like, the amount of storage that Steam needs, the amount of bandwidth that Steam needs is insane. And it is like a massive place to sell your game. That doesn't mean that every game gets seen, but it's a good place to get seen. It's a good place to sell.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like for the service it provides, like 30% might not be that unreasonable.
And it doesn't result in higher prices for consumers, to me.
Yeah, because the other thing is that Steam has sales constantly.
Yeah.
If something is too expensive for you right now,
wait a month.
Wait a month.
It's not going to take long.
Like, Steam has seasonal sales, so you will at the very most only need to wait 3 months before it's the spring sale, the summer sale, autumn sale, or winter sale.
Yeah.
Where there's a good chance that what you're looking at will be discounted, assuming it isn't brand new. And sometimes even then, you'll at least get like a 10% off, right? And then there's weekend deals, and then publishers can do their own sales, and like Steam.
I just don't agree with that one at all.
I don't think I've ever logged on to Steam in the last 15 years, and there hasn't been something that's on sale. Like,
I don't think I've ever logged on to Steam and went, "That's too expensive." Like,
I mean, I have, but that's just because the game is priced like.
If it's a brand new game, it's still not.
New game. Like I said,
it's not going to be more expensive than it is on PlayStation 5 or Xbox. I've never seen a game on Steam that's more expensive on Steam.
There are going to be games that are like, because they're like we're doing $80 games now.
Yeah,
there's stuff like that where I go, that's too expensive, but it's too expensive everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like Steam is upcharging you. So yeah, I don't think that's you could maybe make a case for the 30% thing. I certainly wouldn't blame people if they wanted that to go down to like maybe 25 or even 20, but like I don't think 30 is unreasonable for what Steam offers. Like just the sheer, because also the uptime on Steam is incredible. It takes something apocalyptic like the release of say Silksong.
Yeah, that's the only time it's been down in like 30 years.
to bring that's the only. I mean, I've seen Steam down before at big releases. I've never seen all of the digital platforms down before from one game. That Silksong was the only time I've seen it. But even then, like it was only like giving me trouble for like 2 hours. That's not the end of the world. the sheer reliable uptime of Steam, how fast it is to download things, because it's fast as fuck. Now, admittedly, we are pretty close to a Steam content server. They have a facility in Toronto
Yeah.
that hosts data, so we can get it pretty quickly from there.
Yeah.
But like they got servers all over the place. Like it's fast, it's reliable. I I I
don't
don't think
find
that
it
30% is unfair.
No.
I wouldn't
certainly
say
don't think
no
it's a.
if I would.
I certainly don't think
Yeah,
it's
if
criminal. Like,
no,
like
absolutely not.
like a class
Absolutely
action
not.
lawsuit. Like, give me a break. Like, that's.
Yeah,
I
and
just don't think it's
that's
gonna
this is
go
one of those
anywhere.
things that they put in there to try and beef up, the strength of their case. A lot of it'll get thrown out. I'm sure it's the
Yeah.
same thing like when you're in a union and you're negotiating, you put in everything you could ever want, not the things that you actually need, so that when it comes time to
Oh,
negotiate, you got to give a little, right? You give the things that were pipe dreams
I
so that you get the things that you need.
I should clarify that this is the UK Steam store, so maybe
Mhm.
things are a little more expensive there. Maybe that's the thing we're missing.
UK pricing is different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's higher on Steam than it would be on GOG or Epic.
Yeah. Good question. Maybe
Because
that's what we're
I just
missing.
don't know. I don't know what the prices there look like because we're in Canada, and so I go to
Yeah.
those places and I get the Canadian prices.
Yeah.
I suppose if you did like a VPN or something and set it to the UK, you could probably see. But the point is, I I don't think Steam's pricing is unreasonable. I don't think their cut is particularly unreasonable. I wouldn't say no to it being lower if I was a developer,
No, of course
but
not.
30% considering what they offer is I mean it's like you pay taxes for the roads, right? The city or whoever builds the road. Although honestly, I'd say that Steam does better maintenance of their infrastructure than most municipalities do of their roads.
Telling me.
But
Telling me, man.
yeah, if Steam's infrastructure was as bad as the roads are, then I'd say that 30% is too high. What the fuck are they doing with all that money?
No.
But no, they run a tight ship with Steam, so
Yep.
I don't think I don't like you said, I don't think it's criminal. Yeah.
No. All right. From one courtroom to another. This one's
here we go.
interesting. A UK court has ruled that the unauthorized stealing of in-game currency can now legally be classified as criminal theft. Former Jagex developer Andrew Lakeman was charged with allegedly stealing 705 billion gold from almost 70 RuneScape players with a real-world value of over £500,000, which would be about $1 million Canadian dollars, I guess.
Close to it, yeah.
Yeah. Equivalent to around 750,000 US. Well, then it's got to be less than 750,000 Canadian. Then that's weird. Is the pound that much higher now? We have to look into that.
I don't know what the exchange rate on the pound is.
No, usually I thought it was like twice as good as ours, but okay.
There's something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah. He then sold this currency online for Bitcoin because he's an idiot. Although Lakeman had no access to player accounts in his position at Jagex as a content developer, he allegedly accessed them by hacking or using credentials of members of the account recovery team. In all, 68 players allegedly lost gold to Lakeman starting in 2018. Here comes the
first of all, right away, that's illegal because he's accessing people's information. Like that's right. That is right there. That's immediate. That's terms for immediate dismissal from the company.
Yeah.
And I could absolutely see like try to bring him up on like
criminal charges,
fraud charges or hacking charges or whatever, because he's accessing a computer system that is secured without permission. Like he's not just getting into it by accident. He's maliciously getting into it. That's
So there's more to the story though.
Gold thing. Now let me ask you this. Can you buy RuneScape gold with real money? Is that a thing that you can do?
Not legally, no. Well, okay, so I shouldn't say illegal. It's against. So like,
so
it's against the terms and service of the game. So if you do that, you'll be banned.
There's always going to be gold resellers like in World of Warcraft and stuff. But this isn't the kind of game where you can like. It's not like GTA where you can buy GTA money.
No. Not that I'm aware of. Okay. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here comes the science bit of this. The defendant's defense claimed that the in-game currency could not be classified as property under the definition of the UK's Theft Act, and initially the court agreed, concluding that as RuneScape Gold is not real, or pure information or knowledge, as it's legally defined as, it could not technically be stealable. The judge at the time also deemed RuneScape's supply of gold as being infinite, and it wasn't rivalrous, given that having a piece of gold doesn't deprive another player of getting gold too. The court
because it's just awarded to you for killing monsters. There's no upper limit of it. It's just generated.
Exactly. It's not like real money there is only a finite amount of it.
Yeah, until they keep printing it and valuing it by doing so.
Yeah. The Court of Appeal, however, disagreed and last week handed down a judgment while explaining its reasoning. Quote, "We differ from the judge in his reasoning for reaching the contrary conclusion on rivalrousness. The two reasons which the judge gave in his ruling do not, with respect, bear analysis. The first was that one gold piece is like any other and their supply is infinite. This does not, however, distinguish them from many other forms of rivalrous property. One paperclip from a given manufacturer is like any other, and the manufacturer and supply of them infinite, in the sense that it's not capped at a finite number. Yet each paperclip constitutes property. The same is especially true of gold pieces. RuneScape's gold is properly described as something which can be stolen as a matter of normal use of language. They do not fall within any of the established exceptions. They are not pure knowledge. Functionally, they exist as identifiable assets distinct from the code, which gives rise to them and outside the minds of people. There is no good policy reason for exempting them from the category of property which can be stolen." The judgment concluded, on the contrary, they are assets which have an ascertainable monetary value and which may be traded for that value both in the game and outside the game. Within the rules of the game, they represent money's worth as the product of purchase of a bond. Outside the game, they are regularly traded for money's worth. So maybe it's legal to trade gold for real worth money over there.
I mean, it's probably legal, again, like you said, against the terms of service. But if it's different in the UK, like I have no. The thing is, RuneScape, like I've never played RuneScape. It is a black box to me. I always hear about it like it was this really low end game that anybody could play on any computer, right? And that's neat. There are a lot of people out there who have had a lot of fun with RuneScape. It's just never been a game that I've played, so I don't know how the gold works exactly. If this was the kind of thing where you could use real money to buy like 1 million in-game gold pieces, and then this dude stole it out of people's account, I'd say like, yeah, 100% that's theft because they spent real money on it.
Right.
You know, that's basically going to a bank, changing your money, for like if you go to another country, and getting the exchange done, and then you walk outside the bank and somebody steals like the American dollars that you just exchanged your Canadian dollars for, right? Like,
yeah, exactly, same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. In this case, it wouldn't matter if it's fictional money because you paid for it. You spent real money on it. That makes it an asset. But if that's not the case, then legal. I can see both sides of the argument again. It definitely sucks because people work to farm that stuff. Killing monsters over and over again.
They did work to make
collecting,
it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they did it legitimately. Could not bots.
Assuming they did it legitimately and not botting. Then that's lost labor. I guess it's optional labor, of course, because it's playing a video game, but. It sucks to have something taken from you, and people shouldn't do it, and they especially shouldn't violate both company policy and the law to do it. Like, I don't think you even need to argue that this guy stole gold from people as a thing to punish him for. The fact that he broke into accounts by doing something,
he committed fraud for sure.
Unlawful is enough. Like. That's the crime here. That's the real crime. The other stuff, that's kind of philosophical, but like you have a hard crime to charge this guy with.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will. But the judgment.
That's probably the thing that he'll get nailed for. Like because it might not, like he might not actually.
They did turn around the judgment, right? So.
I mean, has it gone to court yet? Like, has it
Well, let's see. So the judgment continued.
still in the?
They are capable of being subject to dishonest dealing, which deprives their possessor of their use and value. It would be surprising and unsatisfactory if such dishonest dealing did not amount to the offense of theft. It's a judgment that could have profound implications for the games industry, as up until now, vendors that sell or resell in-game currency have existed in a gray market wherein technically no theft has occurred if the digital asset stolen.
I'm shocked that it's taken this long for a case like this to happen. Like, I truly am. I was sure that this kind of shit would have happened in like Ultima Online back in the day. Like the fact that
I'm sure it does,
the fact that it's taken,
and no one's
taken
it to court.
like a case like this, like a legal case like this,
could have happened in World of Warcraft 1,000 times, I'm sure.
Yeah, this shit should have happened 25 years ago. I'm flabbergasted that it's taken until 2026 for this shit to happen.
Yeah. Vendors that sell or resell in-game currency have existed in a gray market wherein technically no theft has occurred if the digital asset stolen does not meet the definition of an intangible item under the definitions of theft in that country. The dubious line of when ownership of any such in-game currency transfers from the developer to the player, if at all, further compounds an already complex issue too. With the issue of whether removing gold from player accounts constituted theft now settled, the case against Lakeman is now proceeding. So I'll see if I can follow up on where this goes.
I'd be really, really interested to see how that goes. But like I said, he might not be found guilty of a crime. I mean, he definitely did it. But whether or not it constitutes a crime, taking the gold. But the way that he accessed the gold to take it
he
is
committed fraud either
100%
way.
a crime, and I'm sure he'll get convicted of that at least.
Yeah. All right, almost through here. Xbox has been having a hard time selling consoles lately, and it didn't get any better.
Oh, really? What a shock!
Over the 2025 holiday quarter, Microsoft just reported.
You think it'd be really easy because apparently everything is an Xbox now, so. That should make it. This fucking jar of peanut butter is an Xbox, I guess.
It's not magic.
Right? So
it's not magic.
Yeah.
Microsoft just reported its Q2 2026 earnings, including the news that the hardware sales were down 32% year over year, after quarter upon quarter upon quarter of hardware declines. Basically, a year straight of hardware declines, basically. Which
every year they're selling fewer Xboxes.
Which isn't surprising at this point in the life cycle, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Because even PlayStation, I think, is having an issue there.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the point where the sales kind of slow down a bit. But, like, this has been an ongoing problem for Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, when you go third party, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though we don't have actual numbers to tell how much revenue is being lost out on here, we can get a sense of how grim this is for the hardware by looking at past quarters. Last quarter, Q1 of 2026, hardware declined 29% year over year. The quarter before that, Q4 of 2025, hardware was down 22%. The quarter before that, 6%. Before that, 29%. And before that, 29%. Going back even further through Microsoft's earnings report, the prior year quarters saw declines of 42% and 31% in the fourth and third quarters of 2024. In fact, you have to go all the way back to Q2 2024, which was October through December of 2023, to find that the last time Xbox's hardware revenue was better during the period than it was in the year before, and it was only up a whopping 3% at that time. And yes, it was down 7% the quarter before that, 13% before that, 30% before that, 13% before that, and finally up 13% year over year in Q1 of 2023.
They've just not had it.
It's just
really at all this generation.
Constant decline, or last generation, really. Xbox One.
Yeah.
Didn't go there either. Now look, it's extreme.
But it wasn't this bad.
No. Now it does say it's extremely normal for a 6-year-old console to not be selling as well as it was in the first few years after launch. That's to be expected. Mm-hmm. Early adopters tend to buy up consoles in large quantities at launch. Distributors run out of stock. More is produced. People continue to buy until the vast majority of enthusiasts who want the console already have one. And then sales slow down as the console gets older. But it usually takes a bit longer to get to that point. For comparison's sake, we have evidence that neither the PS5 or the Switch have had this much trouble on this scale selling systems at this stage in their respective life cycles, and certainly not as far back as less than 3 years after launch. There's maybe a reason why we have hard unit sales for Switches and PS5s, but no official answers whatsoever on Xbox's Series S and X.
Actually, that's got me wondering. I wonder if the Switch has outsold the DS yet. It was getting close.
It was close. We reported it on it when it was approaching it. It was like 4 million away. So
yeah, I wonder if it's crossed it by now.
I'm
I'll
sure I
look
would have
that
seen
up.
it. I'm sure I would have seen an announcement that it's fine that it beat the DS.
Maybe, but I'll look that up while you talk about this.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was basically it for this one. It's just Xbox is in a dire situation at this point. They need to make a decision whether they're going to shift to just third-party publishing or what. They got to pick.
Yeah.
They can't do both.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and of course, Windows is also losing ground because a lot of people, surprisingly, are actually changing over to Linux. It took gaming to convince people to make the plunge. Even I've been looking at trying out Linux.
To be fair,
I hate having to set shit up.
Yeah, to be fair, I think that also has to do with the fact that less and less people have PCs unless they're gamers. Because like,
yeah, but
your
like,
grandma used to have a PC, but now she's got a tablet. She doesn't need a PC. You know what I'm saying? Like
well,
that kind of a thing.
my grandma never had a PC. Well, my grandfather did, but my grandma didn't, and both of them died before tablets became a thing.
Oh,
but
okay, well,
I know what you're saying.
you know,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. People have the more casual PC users have switched to tablets and Chromebooks and stuff like that, which I don't think Chromebooks count as a PC. They're kind of like
they only use web apps, so
yeah, they're like a PC tablet hybrid kind of a thing.
It's a weird thing. God, I always hate navigating Nintendo's investor relations site. It's a pain in the butt. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna find this fast enough. I also do have a news story that I want to read though when you're done, or if you want me to get to it or whatever.
It looks like the last Switch sales was at the end of September when we last reported it at 154.
Oh, okay, so they haven't updated it since then.
Yeah.
Okay, but then by now it's surely past the 156 that the DS had.
So another 2 million in the last 4 months of Switch ones after the Switch 2 came out.
Well,
maybe.
I mean, we did just go through Christmas.
It's true.
And people will be selling off Switches to get Switch 2s out there. So maybe it's possible.
Yeah. Let's see. So this one's a little interesting. Dispatch launched on Switch 2 and Switch 1. And people have discovered that the so remember when I was telling you about the game had the visual censorship and the audio swearing censorship?
Yeah.
It is mandatory in the Switch versions. You cannot take it off.
That doesn't surprise me too much.
Well, so here's what happened. Apparently in Japan, it's required due to laws and shit in Japan, which is weird to me because they have like hentai and shit over there. So I don't know what's going on.
Pornography does have to be censored in Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, you can't, and the censorship it can actually be really, really specific. They do have specific like conditions for at what point a thing has to be censored, but it basically you can't show an uncensored penis or an uncensored vulva, and you definitely can't show penetration. You can show buttholes. But,
you can show buttholes.
Yeah. And when it's fictional, like when it's illustrated or computer generated, the rules are, I think, a little bit different, which is where tentacle porn comes from.
Oh,
because it's not a penis, it's a tentacle, so we don't have to censor it, huh?
It's fucking
You
weird.
still have to censor it when it penetrates, but you don't have to censor the end of the tentacle. So it's
this conversation went to places I don't want to go to
anymore. Yeah.
But
Apparently, there are police officers whose job it is to just watch pornography to ensure that it's adequately censored.
That's that's a job.
Can you imagine that?
That's a job.
But I'm not up to date with how all that works. I think censoring porn is fucking stupid. Like, come on.
It's Japan.
Especially if you're paying for it. Can you imagine going to a store and buying a porn DVD and not even getting to see the good stuff? Like, fucking what a ripoff.
Good stuff.
That would be a strategy. Like, if all the online porn was censored, but then you got a membership to the site, you got the uncensored version.
That'd be terrible.
It'd be terrible, but like, I could understand them doing it that way.
So what actually happened with this is that the version of the game that they created was the Japanese version, and instead of bringing over a modified version to North America and Europe and everything,
or rather the unmodified version, because the
Yeah.
modified version is the one they put in Japan. They just brought over what the changes they made for the Japanese
Yeah,
version.
they just didn't bother changing it, which is a little weird. Like, it seems lazy
kind of
to
a
me.
kind of a bummer, like, because like I wouldn't mind the nudity in this game. Like we saw the guy with his towel. Like I don't mind if
Oh no,
like, I
that's
saw
that's
his
not
dong.
that
Is like ha, 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 funny
that
moment.
that wasn't censored. He wears his towel in that shot.
Oh, okay.
The censoring in this game is literally just black bars. They just appear
Okay.
it's bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's literally
Right.
black bars. Um and then the swearing's just beeps. So
The swearing thing is really weird to me. Like, have we not had F words in video games long enough to?
I mean,
just
it's
be like,
Nintendo's
okay, like
thing, not
it's Nintendo's thing, but also they've gone like really easy on that stuff the last 20 years. Like, remember they had the uncensored version of BMX Triple X, whereas the PS2 didn't. That was weird.
Nintendo's weird.
I mean, that game existing at all was weird, but
That's true.
if you wanted to see the titties, you'd get the GameCube or the Xbox version.
That does.
Your early 2000s polygonal titties when they were just starting to be able to look good and not just pyramids on Lara Croft's chest.
Yeah. Pyramids.
Yeah, it's when you could start having jiggle physics.
Yeah, like in
or dangle physics for that matter.
Oh God, no. Remember the boob physics in Dead or Alive? They would like the lady would just stop and the boobs would keep going.
Dude,
and
remember the hair physics in Dead or Alive? Now that's where
God.
the laws of physics really were broken.
So
that
stupid.
hair was terrible. Did they use the same jiggle physics for the hair? Because that's what it looked like.
Looks terrible.
Fucking like strings of rubber just bouncing around, hanging off their heads. Oh God.
All right, and finally, before we get to your news here, PlayStation Plus free games in February for all members of PlayStation Plus. Subnautica Below Zero, which is what you're seeing here. You know me, love me some Subnautica.
I thought we were gonna have more Subnautica 2 news for that whole mess.
Oh man, I really want some. I want to know what's going on with that game.
Yeah, he wants some resolution. You want some good news.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still looking at the terrain being like, just break through it. Fucking Donkey Kong has poisoned my brain, but in a great way.
So Below Zero is a great game. It's not as good as the original, but it is good. It's a lot shorter. It's worth playing, though, if you like the first one, but play the first one if you've never played either of them, because Subnautica 1 is just a masterpiece.
Can you imagine jumping into water like that, even if you do have a wetsuit on? Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cold.
Tits nipply. Also free is Undisputed, which I think is EA's boxing game, I think. Ultros, which is a Metroidvania game, and Ace Combat 7.
Not to be confused with the guy
with you.
I have on my picture there.
Yeah. And Ace Combat 7. And that's it. That's all I got for the news. What was your news?
My news is not great.
Okay.
So, it's an article from Variety declaring 1/3 of U.S. video game workers were laid off over the last 2 years. GDC
Holy crap! 1/3?
Yeah, all those layoffs that we had in 2024 and 2025, that adds up to apparently 1/3 of the people who work in the U.S. gaming industry, which is depressing and also not really surprising considering the figures we saw. Like, it was insane.
I'd like to see a statistic about how many of them are still looking for positions.
Oh yeah, and haven't been,
because there's been a lot of studios popping up, so I know a lot of them have got work, but there's got to be a lot of people still out there looking for work, right?
Yeah, but like when a small studio pops up, if 100 people get let go from a company and 5 of them make a new studio together, that's still 95 people who are out of a job. And also, you don't make money when you start your own studio until you start selling your game.
Yeah.
So technically, you still don't have a job, at least not a paying one.
Indeed.
Yeah. So based on responses from more than 2,300 gaming industry professionals with surveys customized for each participant group, ensuring that developers, marketers, executives, investors, and others answered questions most relevant to them. The 2026 State of the Game Industry report found that 33% of respondents in the US were laid off in the past 2 years. And what about, you might say, well, what about the rest of the world? Surely that would bring the overall stat down, right? Well, yeah, but not by much, because it continues, that stat reduces to 28% when looking on a global scale. So just over a quarter of all people working on video games in the world were laid off.
It's so gross.
Half of those surveyed reported their current or most recent employer has conducted layoffs in the past 12 months. Per the report, those at AAA studios were highly likely to have experienced layoffs at their companies. 2/3 of respondents at AAA studios said their companies had layoffs, and 1/3 of people working at indie studios reported the same, which is pretty much in line with what we reported on for the entire existence of this podcast, quite frankly. I laugh not because I'm happy, but because I'm incandescently angry, and it's rolled over into laughter, because that's how I react to strong emotions. I laugh.
You have to laugh through it. That's what else can you do?
Yeah, or I scream. And I live in an apartment, and I don't want to be that neighbor.
I already
have those neighbors. I don't. And, oh man, I could go for some ice cream too. Anyway, right. So the article goes on with more detailed stats, but that's the gist of it. That's, if you were wondering, I wonder what percentage of people got laid off those last 2 years. Well, in the U.S. it was 1/3, and overall it was 28%, which is fucking devastating. That's insane.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you were working on a movie and then just 1/3 of your crew was gone?
1/3 of the movie industry.
You know how many people it takes to make a fucking movie? Jesus.
Yeah, man. Oh. It's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah. It's insane, and it's untenable, because like that would mean if we had 6 years of layoffs at that rate, there wouldn't be a US gaming industry anymore. Everybody would be out of a job.
Yeah.
Like that's how, like in 2 years we went through that much. That's insane. That's got to be a wake-up call to somebody, hopefully, who has the authority to say, maybe we shouldn't fire as many people. Because
well, I mean, maybe we shouldn't be spending $600 million on a video game.
Well, that's also true.
Gotta bring down the prices.
But also, how about instead of laying off, 1,000 people, our CEO takes a pay cut? They're already making $20 million a year. Maybe they could just make $10 million this year, and we could keep those people employed. Or
probably wouldn't even take 10 million. It's crazy.
No, depending on what they get paid, and some of them don't get paid very well. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's fucked. It's totally fucked.
Yep.
It's totally
Hopefully
fucked.
Things start to turn around soon, because
they're gonna have to, or like I said, we're not gonna have a gaming industry.
Yeah, it'll be all indies.
Yeah, but then I mean, so many indie studios just fail out of the gate, right? Yeah. I mean, we've seen that before, where a game is like so close to being finished, and then they can't cross the finish line because they're out of fucking money and they need to eat. They got to go out and start working at places that will start bringing in a paycheck right away, instead of when the game hopefully sells, assuming that it does. Yeah, it's a
bad place to be.
It's a rough industry to be in.
Yep.
If you don't have somebody paying you when you start getting there.
Indeed. All right, that's it for the news, which brings us to
screenshots. I wanted to get the name out there properly, because like I thought about this last week. What if this was the first episode of the show that somebody had listened to, and they had no idea what that gibberish was in reference to? They'd be completely lost. So I felt like I gotta say the proper name at least once in a while, so that any newcomers will know what the fuck we're talking about.
I don't know, man. It's a good point. I should make a graphic.
Screenshots of scope. Oh god,
yeah,
it's happening to me now.
It's just gonna be a bunch of gibberish.
Just hammer the keyboard.
Yeah.
Just I had to be very careful that I didn't hit something that would end the call.
I like it. Yeah, don't do that.
I did it successfully.
Don't do that. All right. Here we go. Well, hold on. I can't even see my
That ground looks like Skyrim, but that bridge doesn't.
Is that a bridge? That'd be a bridge upside down. If this is the ground.
I think it's
this is the ground and this is the bridge, but like the ground is not like the bridge is like sideways. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, maybe it's a wall. I just to me that looked like on a bridge looking down. But I guess you're right. It should probably have like guardrails or something. It probably is a wall. Now that I think about it,
it could, yeah,
boarded up. Maybe like a boarded up entrance to a mine shaft or some shit.
Is it Elden Ring?
I don't think it's Elden Ring, but we could try it. It doesn't look ruinous and depressing enough to be Elden Ring.
Definitely not Elden Ring.
That's definitely not Elden Ring. Oh man, can you imagine having a car in Elden Ring?
Oh god, there goes my lighting setup. It's over.
I actually did see a video where somebody had hacked a car model to replace torrents. So you could technically drive a car around the lands between.
Jesus.
But it was just a car bouncing up and down like riding a horse. So, not quite the same thing.
Is this Stalker?
I don't think it's Stalker. I don't think that vehicle looks usable, which is not something you see a lot of in Stalker. But it could be Stalker 2, maybe. Doubt it. I don't have any other ideas.
No. It's a World War One type of game, or maybe it's Wolfenstein New Order.
Maybe
it's cross-gen. Wait, what was the second one? Was it just Wolfenstein 2?
New Colossus.
New Colossus. No. Oh.
It's an FPS though.
Call of Duty World War II?
Hold on. What were the platforms it was on?
Yeah, like everything.
If it's on PS5, I don't think it's going to be World War II. I think that was just PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
No. The Vanguard. That was the World War II.
Oh, Vanguard? I don't know. Maybe. Never played Vanguard. I never played. The only Call of Duty game I ever fucking played was Call of Duty 3, and then that one time I played original. Oh, it was. Good job. The one time I played like original Modern Warfare 3 with you, where we played survival mode.
Vanguard's single player was good. Its multiplayer was fine.
Yeah, I have zero metric on what the good ones and the bad ones are. I just like I
mean, they're all pretty good, but
it's impenetrable to me. I've heard that the original Modern Warfare is good, and I've always meant to try that, but
you never played Call of Duty 4? Wow.
No.
Holy balls.
Oh. I played a little bit of 3 because a demo for it came on my 360.
What is this?
Is that like snow-covered stuff?
It looks like the background of like one of the Earthbound fights.
Oh yeah, it could kind of Oh yeah.
Maybe
the
it is
acid
Earthbound.
Trip effect.
Let's go with Earthbound.
No, it's not Earthbound. Are you kidding? It's not colorful enough for that. It's way too dismal for that. Oh, 90 though. That's about the right score.
Right. I have no idea.
No, this
Balatro?
game, dude.
Balatro. It's Balatro.
Oh, is it Balatro?
It's Balatro.
I've still not played Balatro. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I was wrong. It's not a 3D game. Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah, the background looks very similar to Earthbound.
I not in a million years would I've ever guessed that. I the only thing I know about Balatro is that it has cards.
Yeah,
and even then I probably would have said Microsoft Solitaire.
Do you like card video games?
Don't
think of it as a poker game because it's not a poker game.
I don't hate them. It's just I don't know. It's the same thing with like the Pokemon trading card video game. Like I mean, isn't the fun of that not needing a video game system? Like you just play it without batteries.
Faster and cheaper.
It's faster. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. My first instinct was to say Mirror's Edge, but it's not quite bright and shiny enough. Like I saw the metal and the red next to each other, and I was like, that's the way to go in Mirror's Edge. But then I was like, oh no, it's not blinding white, so it can't possibly be Mirror's Edge. It's a good game. I didn't play as much of that as I should have.
The second one was even better. It was quite good.
Yeah, the one that was also just called Mirror's Edge.
Catalyst. It had a subtitle. Catalyst.
Oh, Catalyst. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it wasn't level based. It was open world. It was really good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Remember when they put out that DLC for the first game where it was just like, here's a course in the sky. Here's just a levitating sky course. It doesn't have anything to do with the story. It's just purely for the fun of it. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, sure, okay, cool. Those look like fun challenges.
Yeah, it's too bad those games didn't sell as well as they could have, because I enjoyed them.
No. And EA really pushed those. Like they marketed the hell out of them. So they gave it, an honest shot. It's not like Ubisoft, who barely gave any attention to Beyond Good and Evil until after it became a cult classic.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what this is. I was going to say Rainbow Six Siege, but I don't know.
No, I was just having fun thinking about Mirror's Edge. That's the whole process of me thinking I might know it and then realizing, no, I've got nothing. I'm fucked.
It looks pretty modern.
73.
Yeah.
Modern, maybe.
What came to mind was that that walking sim game,
Vanishing of Ethan Hunt.
No, that's
Ethan Carter. Sorry, Ethan Hunt. Isn't that the
Ethan
fucking Mission Impossible character?
Yeah. Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It could be. It's a long shot, but okay. Cross-gen again.
But wait. Okay, no, that is PS5. God, my eyes are fucking. I've been looking at screens for too long. I thought that said PS3 instead of PS5.
I see a camera at the bottom. What the hell is this?
Yeah, I don't know. Looks kind of. It looks like visually good.
My thought was the forest, but I don't think it's not the forest because it doesn't.
No, it's not the forest because it looks
worse. No, the forest one looks worse than this, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This looks better than that.
Yeah, Sons of the Forest isn't for consoles yet, so it's not that. And I think we already had that, so I don't know what this is. I need more info. It looks first person, though.
I don't know. Yeah. Tactical shooter stealth. Is this Deathloop?
No, Deathloop doesn't have that much like open land in it. It's very much like a lots of buildings and stuff.
Okay.
I see two people down there. It could be the game we always guess but never get it right. The Ghost Recon games. Breakpoint and the hell's the other one? Breakpoint and oh shit, I don't know what the other one is.
Badlands or something?
Yeah, something like that. Ghost Recon.
Oh, Wildlands? I don't fucking know. I don't play the Ghost Recon. The last time I played a Ghost Recon game was like on the 360.
Yeah, it's not Ghost Recon at all.
2021. Oh, that's a lot of UI.
Check the distance of your target, comparing the target. Oh, is this like a Sniper Ghost Warrior, maybe? Because it's not Elite.
Maybe.
So it might be Sniper Ghost
Warrior. It's not Elite.
Yeah, I think it's Sniper Ghost Warrior.
They put out a Sniper Ghost Warrior in 2021?
They put a bunch. So it could be 3 or contracts. I don't know what contracts is. Let's try.
Fucking.
Oh, it is one.
And just see if it's in the franchise. Oh, okay. All right. It is a Sniper Ghost Warrior game.
So it's either Contracts 2 or 2. I'm gonna go with 2. Yep. Oh no, it's Ghost Warriors 2. Warrior Contracts 2. Damn it. Oh.
Yeah. I've never played any of those games, so yeah.
They're a much more sim sniper game than Elite.
Sniper Elite.
Much more like
maybe I should give him a
scientific.
Try. That is that like a
graffiti
hallway or something something like that? Oh, it is. Yeah, it is a hallway. That is a corner. I don't know.
Is this body cam? It looks pretty like body cammy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you could be unrecord or whatever it was called.
Unrecord? Is that what it was called? Body cam's not even in there. So
yeah, try unrecord.
Nope. Okay, it's
not in there.
Not that. It's not either.
That game even come out? Is that game out yet?
I have
no idea.
Know, dude.
I'm gonna look it up.
Is Star Citizen out yet? Who knows?
Well, I mean, you can play Star Citizen. It's just not finished. It's been in early access for like 12 years or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no guesses. Do you?
Yeah, I have no idea.
81%
is an upcoming first-person shooter.
So still not out yet.
Unrecord is not out yet. Yeah. Okay, let me see. No, I don't know what this is based on that. 81, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Ooh, it's older than I thought.
Hold on. We've got oh fuck. What is that? There's something written in English. Oh, but it's blown out by the those motherfuckers.
It was on
knew
purpose.
That the name would give it away, so they made sure to pick a screenshot that had covered.
It looks like a T right there. TICON. Extinction.
Okay. See, if we could speak Chinese, this would be really easy. But
yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
Is it cheating if we use like the built-in auto translate in our phones to take a picture of it?
Yes. I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
is this Fear?
No, I think this is Battlefield.
Oh, this is Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield. Sorry,
that looks
a dumb guess.
Looks like Battlefield.
Why would it ever be daytime in a Fear game? Also, why would you be outdoors in a Fear game? What the fuck was I thinking?
Well, Battlefield 6 is not on the list, so let's go with 5, I guess.
5?
No.
It's a Battlefield game. Okay, what was the one that came out in 2013?
That was a lot longer ago than I thought. So it could be 4 or Hardline.
Hardline. Try Hardline.
No.
Okay,
it's gotta be 4.
4, I guess?
That sounds like a long time ago for 4, though. Well, no, before 6 was 1, and then before 1 was 5, so it could be 4.
Right.
Yep, it was 4.
Hey. Yeah, because Battlefield 1 was the World War I game, because the first Battlefield was Battlefield 1942.
Yep.
They didn't think that naming strategy through very far. And then they made so many fucking spin-offs.
Yep.
Remember they had that game Battlefield Heroes, like the cartoony game that kind of looked like Team Fortress 2? Did that ever actually come out, or was that just a...
I don't remember playing it, so... I don't know.
No, I'm gonna look that up as well.
This doesn't look familiar. It looks...
as for this...
Could this be the Avatar game?
It kind of looks like... I mean, maybe. I was going to say it kind of looks like the Lost Woods in Breath of the Wild at night. But it's not quite...
It's pretty detailed for that, yeah.
Yeah.
What games did I say?
The Avatar game.
Oh, yeah. Let's try that. Frontiers.
It did come out.
Wow.
Battlefield Heroes did come out.
It's not Avatar. Oh, a 64%.
Ooh.
It's a little rough.
I don't know. It looks like a relevant symbol. It looks like a 3 with a bird on it. I'm sure it means something, but I don't know what it is. And if I'd played this game, I'd probably recognize it.
I think it's just
is it like Sumerian?
No. I think it's just like bricks missing from the building.
You think it's just a random crack in the wall?
Yeah.
It kind of looks like one of the... land symbols from Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
It does look like a 3 with like
Did
a
you know that
penis
there's
above
a
it.
rock in well, I said a bird. I was going to go with that. There's a rock in somewhere in like Europe that they thought had a bunch of like old English runic inscriptions on it, but then when they tried to translate it, it didn't make any sense, and then they realized, oh, this is just random cracking from, years and years of being exposed to the weather. It happened to crack in patterns that looked like
Looked
ancient
man-made.
runic symbols.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh, did you see the it was like a week ago, this what do you call the people who dig up stuff?
Archaeologists.
Yeah, this archaeologist discovered the oldest tool ever found. And they
Oh, I think
categorized
I
it
did
as
see something about that.
450,000 years old, and then the picture comes up and it's a stick. It's just a stick.
Well, yeah. What do you expect? It's not
Like
gonna be a fucking iPhone.
Like it's not even like sculpted or anything in particular. It's just a stick. It's like, how do you know that that's not just a fucking stick?
Well, so to answer that seriously, there's probably signs of abrasion that come along with like scraping a stick on a rock to shape it or something. Like it's probably a stick that was shaped specifically to do a thing. Like they shaved it off a bit to reach into a crevice or something. But yeah, like it's just
It was a
stick. Like,
it was a fucking stick.
Yeah, it's a stick.
Okay, I don't know what this is. I don't even have an inkling.
No.
Okay, PS4, Xbox One, PC. See something up here that says Goldberger. Goldberger.
Not to be confused with Goldberg, the wrestler.
Yeah.
And not to be confused with Gold Dust, the wrestler.
Indeed.
Remember Gold Dust?
Oh, yeah, he still wrestles, man.
Oh, really? Of course he does.
Yeah.
They don't get retirement plans.
No.
They don't get health insurance unless they wrestle. Is he still doing his whole thing?
No, he's not. He's not in WWE anymore. He's in AEW, where he wrestles as himself. His real name and his real.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
not as okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he was a character.
Yeah,
I got nothing though. I still don't know what this is.
Goldberger. I'm not getting anything. Oh, it's Darksiders 3. That's a pretty giveaway.
Showing the character.
Showing the character. It's like immediately I know who that is. I love Darksiders.
Yeah, okay.
I don't see anything in here that looks like Darksiders that would have given it away. Especially that. It was a pretty good game though. This is by the same guys that made Remnant. And Remnant 2 being one of my favorite games of all time.
I still got to play one of these games at some point. It's on the list.
I would play if you want to see if you'll like the series, I would play 2. Because all 3 are very different from each other, but kind of have the same like bloodline.
Yeah.
But 2 is kind of like the middle ground, where 1 is more of an action God of War like almost mixed with Zelda. 2 is much more Zelda like, and then 3 kind of goes back to almost a Souls like combat Zelda hybrid. It's very strange. They can't seem to like nail down.
Well, that was the style at the time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while before I get to that though, because I got to finish these 2 games that I'm playing. Then I got to do Resident Evil. Then I got to fucking finally finish Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I was in the process of playing again. And then I still got to play one of the Tomb Raider reboot games. My calendar is fucking packed.
Good. We got more reviews.
This
is Star Trek for sure. This is a Star Trek game.
Great. It's great. It's a good problem to have. Yeah, it's probably a Star Trek game.
So that looks like a Klingon battleship, and that looks like a Star Trek scanner. So it could be like Klingon Academy or Starfleet Academy or.
What was the first person shooter set in the Voyager?
Elite Force.
Continuity, was that Elite Force? Try Elite Force.
92%?
And it's not yellow, so it's not Star Trek.
Yeah, there's no Star Trek game that would have got 92%.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is this Metroid? I don't remember Metroid Prime having those specific graphics, but it would get a 92 and it would have you scanning shit. That's not what the scanner looked like in Metroid. I mean, it did have a window like that, but did it have the crosshairs? I thought it just had a little tiny like dot in the middle. Oh god, try Metroid Prime. Try Metroid Prime.
Oh.
Okay, so it's Prime 2. That's why, because I didn't spend nearly as much time with Prime 2. I do remember the scanning looked a little bit different in Prime 2. So
yeah, I wouldn't have got that from those two images. That one kind of obvious.
Well, because I've just been playing Metroid Prime 4 and I've been scanning the shit out of everything, you know. God, I wish Prime 2 had been good.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as 1. I would still play it. It's still a good game.
I wouldn't, because I have the game and I don't play it. If I feel like playing Metroid Prime, I play Prime 1. That's a skybox.
Yeah, this is older or handheld, I think.
Is this like a Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, any of the other PS2 mascot platformers that I ever played back in the day because I didn't have a PS2 at that point? Because it kind of looks like it. The other possibility is like Sonic Adventure, but I don't remember anything in Sonic Adventure.
It's very jagged. I don't think it's PS2.
Yeah?
I don't think it's PS2.
I mean, if you zoom in this much to a screenshot of a PS2 game, it's going to be kind of jagged. Because remember, this isn't a full screenshot, it's just a piece of one. Okay, so it's not Jack and Daxter.
It's a kart racer. The only other one would be
Crash Nitro Racing. Yeah, Crash Nitro. Yeah, there you go. Oh, it's not Crash. Okay. Oh, F-Zero X.
Huh.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think I played.
Well, that would have given it away.
Yeah, that one. I mean, you got fucking Captain Coke in there. That's brutal. Okay, let's go back up.
Whee!
Oh, we did that one already.
We did this one already. There you go.
Oh, that's Ori.
It's Ori? Oh, yeah, it is Ori, isn't it?
Unmistakable art style.
Yeah.
Unmistakable art style. God, look at that game, man. Look at that fucking game. Look at that art, man.
Yeah, it looks real nice.
That fucking look at that. Fuck, man.
Someday.
I can't wait to play the new one that they're making. No Rest for the Wicked. It's been in early access for a while. It's like an action RPG. Looks really good.
This one I don't know.
That looks 2D. Doesn't that look 2D to you? That like it looks like it's plastered on the like it's a JPEG.
Yeah, but I think that's just because of the lighting. The shadow is preventing you from seeing where it makes contact, so it just looks flattened out.
Could be. This looks older though. I'm not getting anything though. It looks like one of those games with fixed camera angles to me, but I might be wrong.
I mean, it could be, but it's not necessarily going to be.
Oh, is this Alone in the Dark? No. Looks...
No. First of all, I don't think Alone in the Dark would have gotten that high a score.
No.
not the one with the really cool fire physics for sure.
It is giving me vibes of like Dead by Daylight and stuff like that, but a 61's too low for those games. Maybe Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Friday the 13th was supposed to be pretty good, though.
I mean, I'll guess it just because I don't have anything else. But I'm
sure. Damn, bro, really 61? I thought people liked that game.
They did, but I think it was really buggy when it came out, so that might have had an influence on the
look at that fucking. They got the purple suit Jason from the NES game.
Yep. That game's not even available anymore.
That is there. Yeah, I know. That is there because of the angry video game nerd. Like nobody would have ever remembered that. Like there's a fucking action figure you can get of the purple jumpsuit Jason from the NES version. I remember seeing that at a convention one time and going, that exists because the angry nerd pointed out that he wore purple in that video. Like nobody else would have ever remembered that.
Purple rain.
As for this, I don't know. I don't know what this is. Looks neat. Looks like the kind of thing that'd be up my alley, but I don't recognize it. Some kind of indie game.
It's a good indie game, apparently.
Yeah. Oh man, it's giving me like Intelligent Cube vibes because of the green squares. Those are the ones that you turn into bombs. Oh, I love that game. That's not what this is. I don't know what this is. Is this like one of the Gungeon games, maybe? I'm just guessing at indie games that I haven't played.
It looks familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. I need more.
Yeah, I've never played this. If this is a game that
it's Necrodancer.
Oh, Necrodancer. Rhythm. Yeah, that gives it away. I can't believe they got permission to make a Zelda spin-off of that. That's crazy.
I tried playing it and it was fun, but I hate those games. Like I just
they're not for everybody.
Just let me move.
Somebody high up at Nintendo must have played Crypt of the Necrodancer and really liked it. Like, can you imagine? Like, what if it was Shigeru Miyamoto? What if you were sitting, like, you made Crypt of the Necrodancer, you're like, blah, 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 and then one day you get a call from Nintendo and they say, hey, Shigeru Miyamoto really liked your game and wants to collaborate on a Zelda spinoff. Like,
nuts.
I think I'd just shit my pants right there.
Right? This looks old.
Is this Half-Life 2?
If this is
the rendering looks kind of Half-Life 2-ish.
'76. Okay, definitely not a Half-Life game.
Yeah, definitely not Half-Life 2. That'd be more like a 96.
I have no idea. I'm not getting it. Oh. No. My brain went to Dino Crisis, but I don't think it is.
No. Dino Crisis doesn't look this good.
You think this looks good? This looks like PS1 to me.
Yeah, but Dino Crisis is like really bad looking PS1. It's like really boxy gray corridors. Because it was like, hey, let's do a fixed camera angle game like Resident Evil, but let's do everything in real-time 3D. Well, there's a reason why you don't do that all in real-time 3D on the PS1. It's because it has a hard time handling that kind of detail in real time.
Oh, it's PS2. What?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to remember that this is zoomed in, man.
Pretty fugly.
Oh God, it can't be Turok Evolution because that was like a 360 PS3. Was it? No, it would try Turok Evolution because that was a GameCube, PS2, Xbox era game. Just try it.
Stealth horror.
It's
Manhunt?
Yeah, Manhunt. Yeah, the snuff film game.
Yep.
The game that actually is a murder simulator.
Yeah, I never played it. All right, last one.
Yeah, neither did I, because I was like, why do I need to do this? I don't want to do this.
It's just Five Nights at Freddy's. It looks like a static camera.
Just
there's like a bathroom.
Maybe like some kind of.
See the bathroom
yeah, sure,
symbol.
try it. I've never played any of those games.
Neither have
I. Yeah, boom! There you go.
I got that from a fucking static camera.
You don't need to.
No.
Get all the experience you need from the games just vicariously. Okay, well, that would have given it away.
That's crazy. I can't believe I nailed that. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Press Pause. Thank you. A gaming podcast. If you want to follow me on the socials, I'm at TJ-Leo on the BlueSky.
And I am at Ninjas on BlueSky.
If you want to email us, you can do so at co.up.podcast@gmail.com. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications to join the Co-op Club Discord community server.
You glitched out right there, and I just heard you go, ring the bell for notifications.
Ring the bell! Ring the bell! For notifications. Join the Co-op Club Discord community server where you can find myself and so many others talking about gaming, wrestling, world events, and more. And if you're so inclined, patreon.com/co-op entertainment, where you can throw us $1 United States dollar a month to help support the channel. We greatly appreciate it.
Washington, I think. Is it Jefferson?
Did you look it up?
It's got to be Washington. No. I'm going to look it up right now.
Oh,
I'm going to look it up right the fuck now.
Oh, God.
U.S.
$1 bill. The fact that there is a paper bill for $1 is weird.
It's Washington.
It's Washington. Washington,
yeah.
We salute you. The man, not the state, or the current regime.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do we want to salute that guy? He did own slaves.
Oh, fuck him then.
I feel like it's difficult to salute somebody who owns, like, it's hard to salute a U.S. president up until, like, say, Lincoln, the guy who's like, you know what, let's get rid of the whole slavery thing.
Let's abolish that. Yeah, it's not a cool thing to do. Yeah.
Let's just be done with it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Press Pause, the gaming podcast. Now get back to gaming.
Bye-bye.